I would like to say good morning to all of you guys. What's up? How are you guys doing? It's your boy Big Ghost Rider. You know what I'm saying? You now cruising with Big Ghost, man. Like happy Monday, man. It's the what? What's the guys? The 26, 27. You know what I'm saying? I want to start off by saying, man, we've had another American. You say Ghost, why you saying American? Because I think it's important in the context, right? I'm saying you think about, okay, so if Minneapolis Police Department or if the Minnesota State Police or if the county police, I would say if they were killing a citizen, then I wouldn't say that it was an American. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't highlight the fact that they were American. If they were just killing, if it was local police. But the fact that it's police, that's why I highlight the fact that it's an American. It's because what ICE's purview is. ICE's purview, if I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, is to go after illegal immigrants. You know what I'm saying? That's what ICE is supposed to do. So Alex Peretti, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, was killed by an ICE agent. And we're going to talk about that this morning, guys. Like, I'm sorry I don't have the video to break down for you guys, but I'm going to break down just like I did with Renee Good, play by play, what I saw and what I think the majority of Americans saw with this ICE killing, man. So if you guys are coming on to the video after it was pre-recorded, I ask that you guys tap the screen for me, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, man. I done been through many storms in my life, man, real talk. I think the worst storm that ever hit the continental United States, would y'all have to say, was that Hurricane Katrina, right? Would y'all agree? Man, I lived directly through that storm and Katrina. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm up in the northeast part of the country, and we going through some storms up here, some blizzards up here. You know what I'm saying? You know, guys, if you guys are up here, you know, y'all might be used to this, but I'm not used to it whatsoever, man. So I ask, as you guys come into the video this morning, that you like the video, double tap the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. So guys, this morning, I want to talk about another American that was killed by immigration customs enforcement. You could say, Ghost, ICE didn't kill him. It was Border Patrol. I don't care which one of them it is. I want to talk about another American who was killed. So guys, I'm going to start off with what I seen. You guys, I ask that if y'all haven't liked the video, y'all double tap the screen. If you on a cell phone, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Most importantly, y'all jump down in the comments as I go along and y'all correct me where I'm wrong, okay? So here's what I seen. So there's many different angles of the video. We always gotta realize, okay, we gotta take things in context. That and I'm gonna get to that in a second when I start breaking down the story. You guys gonna see it the way I see it. There's things going on that we don't see in the video. Okay, we'll never understand the mentality. We could get a good idea, but we'll never understand the mentality of that shooter, which is an ICE agent. It sounds crazy saying that. Good morning, guys. As y'all come in, please double tap the video for me, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Most importantly, y'all jump down in the comments, let your voice be heard. We talking about that shooting, that ICE agent, unarmed, Mr. Alex Petty. Listen, you will never understand the mentality, okay, of that police officer, that agent, by looking at the video. You couldn't understand that. But perhaps we could just take what we see and we could get a good idea. So this is where we come in at. Like, I'm going to get to a point in a second, but I want y'all to just rock with me and let me tell the story, litigate my case. So Where I think the important part of the video starts is Mr. Ellis. He's the ICU nurse who was killed. He is coming, it looks like he's coming out of a store, coffee store. I don't think that's relevant, but I think he has something in his right hand, if I'm not mistaken, right? He has the phone in his left hand. In the camera view, what we see an ICE agent, a man. I'm talking about pushing a female as hard as he can to the ground. But I'm saying this is just ICE. This is just what ICE has become. And that's what Big Ghostwriter been trying to tell you Republicans. I bet you these Republicans are like, how in the world did we get involved in that? And I think behind the scenes, they're probably starting to speak out. And what got big President Trump said, that's enough. Enough of it. That's enough. But we're going to break everything down, but let's get started. What I think that first mistake was I seen an ICE agent push a female as hard as he could. I think that's the first mistake. And that's why Greg Bovino, Gomer Powell, you gone, boy. You gone. I told you gotta go. He gotta go. Didn't I tell y'all he gotta go? Bro, he on TikTok. I will never be for a military or a federal agent trying to get fame. He on TikTok trying to get fame. Bro. Bro, y'all, listen, they probably removed a lot of his content off of social media. But I'm telling you, bro, listen, y'all, I'm gonna get back to the story, but here's the problem. Before we get to anything else, it all started. I always go where it started. And for Ghost, if y'all watch the video, it started with that ICE agent pushing that woman as hard as he can. Bro, I wish I could stand up right now. Did y'all see him? I mean, he ran all the way back, bro, and he stepped all the way into that push to the woman, and she hit the ground. She disrupted, she whatever. That's too much force. Tom Homan, you going in there to take over, my guy. I know you got mad experience, man. And I know President Trump and them guys, you got the experience and you got the knowledge to get it done. But what I'm trying to tell you is that's too much force. And that's where it all starts. ICE, too much force. So this ICE agent, he pushes this woman down as hard as he can. Now, if you Alex Perino, we just gonna call him Alex. I don't want to be mispronouncing his name the whole time, okay? Alex, the travel nurse who got killed. If you Alex, if you Greg, or if you Ghost, or if you President Trump, if you one of them ICE agents, you could be anybody you want to. A natural reaction for a man to see another man push a woman that hard, in my opinion, the natural reaction for a man is to do or say something behind that, wouldn't you? I couldn't say that. I could see a man, an ICE agent, even though he's an agent of the law, maybe so. Maybe I should have more respect for him, maybe so. But I'm not thinking about maybe so right now when my emotions are flowing. These emotions are high. They already high before this situation happened. That's why this happened. So I see this ICE agent violently push a woman to the ground. I respond to it. So he walks over to the agent, and I guess I can't really hear the audio all the way through. That's important in the investigation. But I guess he say something to the agent, maybe some flip or something like that. The agent don't like it. And so they started having words. He goes over and he tries to help the woman up, and that agent, violating the court order, the judge told them not to be using that tear gas like that. But like Secretary Noon said, oh, we ain't paying. You don't want to pay attention to no court. You don't want to listen to nobody advice. Congratulations. Stay on that road. Let's see where it's going to take you. So the ICE agent now, he's sitting there dumping the can of tear gas. I'm talking about a big can of tear gas. He dumping it in the guy Ellis' face. The guy Ellis, he trying to move away. The ICE agent, he got tear gas in his face. He dumping tear gas. I'm saying, in my opinion, golly, all that tear gas but hey, it kept on, the scuffle kept on going. After the ICE agent putting the tear gas in Ellis's face, Ellis goes over to the female. He trying to see what if the female, if okay, she trying to pick him up. Oh, the ICE agents, they upset now, they mad. They 38 hot. And now he got some of his partners that came over, and now they done got him and they threw him on the ground. One of the ICE agents with a metal can. Listen, it's like 6 or 7 of them on this one skinny dude, Alex, on the ground. One of the ICE agents with a metal can, he's sitting there, you can hear the clanking. He clanking Alex upside the head with the metal can. They pepper sprayed him, just pushed the woman on the ground. Let me tell you something, Republicans, you got to be smarter than a 5th grader. If I was a Democrat, and if I wanted to sabotage your whole immigration plan, you got a policy, an immigration policy that won you an election, and that same policy, the enforcement of it, it didn't win them an election all the way, but it helped win them the election, not all the way. But what I'm trying to say is one of his strongest suits, just like if the economy was one of his strongest suits, immigration had to be number 2 or number 3. Or number 1, if not was stronger than the economy. What I'm trying to say is that immigration, he underwater in it now. You got to be smarter than a 5th grader. They see you too aggressive. They got 7 men on Alex now, banging them on the head with, this is where I want to come in at. So guys, y'all know the little goofy dude, the little agent who got the funny colored jacket. He is injected into the picture. Now, let me tell you something about this agent. From the actions of this agent, I don't care what CNN, they going to try to be as accurate as they can. Fox News, MSNBC, that's their job. Ghost going to just tell y'all what it is. From the actions of y'all know that there was 2 agents there who didn't have on camouflage. They had on uniforms. So I guess these are supervisors. I don't know if they're ICE, Border Patrol, and the FBI. I don't know. They investigations. We just maybe supervisors. We know they different than regular Border Patrol agents or ICE agents. Okay, they got on uniforms. So the dude who ended up pulling the gun with the blue, goofy looking, he come over there. He tiptoeing all the way through the scene. He looking for the gun, tiptoeing. He looking for a gun. You say, Ghost, how you say that? The first place he grabbed was Alex's ankle. Why would you grab Alex's ankle? That man was looking for that gun. I don't know how they knew Alex had a gun, but I'm saying the Border Patrol agents that was there on the scene, I'm saying, why didn't they, if they sitting there clanking them on the head, they fighting them, the whole time Alex's hands are in front of him on the ground, okay? So his hands are nowhere near the gun, nowhere close to the gun. They clanking him on the head. They got him subdued. The funny thing is the dude in that blue, I'm telling y'all, that's the number 2. The first thing that happened was that ICE agent was too aggressive with that female. He started everything by pushing that woman down that hard. That's what made Ellis respond to that. Okay? But I'm saying now the fight really is that woman, everybody else, the fight really focused on Ellis. They focused on Ellis now. And while they got Ellis pinned on the ground, here comes a funny looking agent. He tiptoeing around the scene now. You see what I'm saying? He got on a blue suit. He don't look like the rest of the agents. Yeah, he come here for a purpose. The first thing he did was grab Ellis' ankle, and he looking at Ellis' ankle. He looking for a gun. Obviously, Ellis didn't tell him he had the gun. Maybe he did tell him while he was on the ground he was armed. I don't know. I doubt he did. That dude he come looking for that gun. He didn't find it in his ankle. And the next thing he did was he checked his waistband. His hand hit the gun. We talking about the dude with the uniform. The dude with the blue uniform, his hand hit the gun. He found Ellis' gun. And as soon as he found Ellis' gun, you know what he did? He grabbed the gun. He grabbed Ellis' gun from out his waistband. And he turned around. And he took off running. That man come on the scene looking for that gun. He looked at Ellis' ankle first, He couldn't find it in his ankle. He found it in his waist. He got what he was looking for. He grabbed it and he took off. Looking for the gun. I don't know where the intelligence come from, but they knew Alex had a gun. Next thing that happened, the very next thing that happened is that one of the agents, one of them said gun, and they shot and killed an unarmed man. That's what happened. One of them said gun, and they shot and killed an unarmed man. That's exactly what happened. I don't care what y'all MAGA want to say. I don't care what nobody want to say. I'm telling you, that's exactly how it happened. The dude with the funny jacket, he come looking for the gun. Somehow they knew Alex had the gun. He come looking for the gun. He looked in his ankle. He couldn't find it. He looked in his waistband. He found it. As soon as he grabbed the gun and he turned around, one of the agents who was on top of him yelled gun, and they pulled in two of them. If I'm not mistaken, now we could wait for that to come out. But they said it was 9 to 10 CNN report, 9 to 10 shots fired. Two of them open fired on an unarmed man. Listen, I don't care if Alex had a gun on him, which he did. He had a gun on him. You got 7 agents on him. You got him pinned. So if he's not brandishing the gun, if he ain't pointing the gun at you, if he ain't got the gun in your face, man, I wish I could screen share right now, because I'll show y'all 1,000 police shootings that people had a problem with, but they said it was justified. I'm saying they got a kid in Ohio, a 9-year-old they had killed because he had a water gun. But I'm saying he got something in his hand that looks like it could take your life or cause you damage. You got 7 full-grown men on one ICU nurse. Ellis couldn't wear a pound over 250. Bro, you got 7 unarmed men on one ICU nurse. You disarm him. You grab the gun. And at the moment you disarming him, you have agents that stand up and start shooting him in his back. At the same moment, you disarm him. Titan, bro, you think after you disarm him, y'all safe? You disarmed him. It's no weapon. Hey, look, you pulled a gun. You said gun, but who had the gun? The only person that had the gun was Border Patrol, with your stupid Gomer Pyle leader that need to be fired. That's utter buffoonery. And it's costing Americans their lives. See, President Trump, he done got a little smart. President Trump and them said, where's Susie Wild at? Y'all say what y'all want to about that Trump administration. There's some people in there got some brains. Susan Wild, the White House chief of staff, that first female, I could just look at. I was telling somebody earlier, some people you could just look at them and you could tell they got brains. And she just looked like someone who got a little bit of wisdom. And she looking at them videos. See, listen. Should Alex, y'all, I'm going to ask y'all a question. Should the guy have should he brought a gun to a protest? What's he doing with a gun at a protest? Me personally, I don't think I would bring a gun to a protest. I just don't think that's a place to bring a firearm. But Proud Boys, they bring guns to protests. We can't say that him owning that firearm and bringing that firearm, what was illegal about what he did? That wasn't nothing illegal. He was a legal firearm owner. Excuse me. He never pulled that weapon out. So y'all look, ICE Border Patrol, show us the video where he was walking around with the gun. He was walking around with the gun like this at the right. Show us the video. He walking around with the gun like this at the right. Because I'm saying, I don't know how Border Patrol knew he had the gun. Because it never was exposed in the video until Border Patrol pulled the gun out. So when you saying he was armed, he wasn't armed at the time that you killed him. At the time that he was shot, he was unarmed. So once again, Border Patrol kills an unarmed American, and President Trump said he has had enough. I will give y'all this. Y'all can hate on President Trump all y'all want to. I'm saying he came in there. Listen, I'm not taking up for President Trump at all. I'm not in this situation. I'm not. The execution and the over-aggressiveness of those policies is going to cost him in the end. But what I'm trying to say is President Trump came in there saying that, listen, 11 million, at least 11 million illegals have been let in this country. So many criminals, and we need to go after these criminals. Now, the Democrats and the Democrats and Mayor Fry, led by Mayor Fry, they're doing what Democrats doing. Led by Governor Walz, they're doing what Democrats doing. They resisted. They're like, hey, we don't want you to come to snatch the immigrants. We all immigrants. But my thing is even though President Trump, faced with the goal of delivering for the American people and removing these aliens from our country, regardless of how we feel about it or not, he has to see the execution of his policies are killing him. Guys, look and see. Okay, President Trump didn't win the election on immigration, but I guarantee you there's a lot of people in America who did support his immigration policy, in which he is now underwater on that policy. More people oppose President Trump's immigration. But I seen a poll yesterday where I believe 43% of Americans say they want to abolish ICE. 43%. More people saying they want to get rid of ICE now than they want to keep ICE. And like I said before, go ask Joe Rogan, go ask any other popular podcasters. And regardless of how the Democrats felt, all of the majority of Americans agree with President Trump on the principle of his policies that we were letting too many illegals in our country. But what I'm saying is the enforcement of those policies, 3 shootings and 2 deaths of 2 American citizens. President Trump said, that's enough. Gomer Powell, you fired. Greg Bovino, which I call Gomer Powell, has been removed from Minneapolis. And President Trump is sending in Tom Homan, his border czar, to run the scene. And I'm going to tell you what that means, guys. President Trump, this like your last ditch, your last hope opportunity with Tom Homan. And Tom Homan, if I had some advice to you, I would say I would go in there so docile, Tom Homan, because if you mess this up, the American people have turned, and they're turning on you guys' immigration. They're turning on you. They're turning on you. And guys, I know this is a very, very supercharged conversation, guys, but we talking about another American who was killed at the hands of ICE. Another American. That's the second one in less than 2 weeks. The second one. Titan Brew, Donnie, Brian C., all y'all know y'all heard me say from the get-go that I don't like. I listen, guys, I'm going to tell y'all this story, and then I'm going to start tying everything together, guys. If y'all have liked the video, please double tap the screen for your boys. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. I love to see y'all down in the comments. Republicans, independents, and Democrats, let your voices be heard. Y'all always sitting back chilling, guys, right? So I'm sitting back chilling, and I'm watching, I consume a lot of social media, especially with what's going on with ICE and everything like that. But I didn't know who Greg Bovino was. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting back watching some on social media, and it's like, I don't know if it was on YouTube or whatever, but it was on a channel. I wish I could find it. I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it. It was like a cartoon almost, but it was real life. It wasn't a cartoon. And they was like, oh, yeah, Border Patrol is on the scene. Yeah, Border Patrol. And they had Border Patrol over there. And they said, and up next, here comes the leader of the Border Patrol, and they were playing some music, like some Rocky Balboa music. Bro, I promise I put this on everything I love. Here comes the leader of the Border Patrol, and they playing some Rocky Balboa music. And then, bro, the screen goes black and the door opens to the van real quick. And they say, Greg Bovino. And here come Gomer Powell, bro. Gomer Powell come hopping out the van. That's what I call that boy, Gomer Powell. Greg Bovino, you Gomer Powell. You a disgrace to law enforcement, boy. He come hopping out the van with his Nazi jacket on. It's a game to him. Yeah. Yeah, y'all know how they had the army formations and the drill sergeant. Yeah, he walking down the formation. Yeah, here come Greg Bovino. I see this on TikTok. Yeah, come walking down the formations with that Gomer, looking straight like Gomer Powell. But these are Americans. And these are real lives. This is a real life situation. This dude's supposed to be representing Border Patrol on here looking like a cartoon character, a clown on TikTok, trying to get clout and fame. Like he tough or something, wearing a Nazi jacket. Yeah, yeah. This the leader. Listen, let me tell you something. A little goofy. If you was able to do that, Gomer Powell, and you say if you had the numbers, if you had the numbers, that who gonna say something to you? Say if out of every 100 people you grabbed, 8 of them were violent, illegal aliens, criminal, illegal aliens, 8 out of 10. And you kill no Americans. Because we didn't hear about Joe Biden. How many of y'all heard about Joe Biden's Homeland Security? Who was it, Malarkey? How many of y'all heard about him killing American citizens? I don't even know how you are having encounters. Border Patrol isn't really supposed to be encountering American citizen. Border Patrol, you 300 miles from the border trying to get some clout, wearing a Nazi jacket, hopping out the back of a military-looking vehicles, talking about some look, he come walking like looking like Adolf Hitler with the Border Patrol. They pointing and pushing people. Bro, I promise this was on TikTok. They probably took it down. When I seen that, bro, I knew what time it was. This dude clowning, shooting Americans in cold. He killed 2 unarmed Americans. And you gonna come on TV piping? Boy, you don't, bro, them Democrats, bro, they finna eat you for lunch. You finna get 8. You going to prison. They gonna put y'all in prison. Y'all see President Trump, somebody, he got it, big President T, he gotta do that, man. He ain't have no choice. This look like clown hour, bro. This clown hour. Greg Bovino, I don't see how you even stay in the Border Patrol at all. I know President Trump sent you back to California, but we trying to send you to the unemployment line. We trying to get you out of here. We don't need none of that. And bro, ain't nobody. Imagine if you see an American, a 5-star general, and here he come on Instagram. Here come a 5-star general. Y'all know how we get down in America. And he start doing the backwards crip walk. You know what I'm saying? With an M16. He on this a general of American military. He doing the backwards crip walk on TikTok. You know us Americans, bro. Listen, ain't nobody. That's goofy stuff that nobody's gonna respect. And the fact, Greg Bovino, that you are arresting or having as many encounters with American citizens as you are ICE, you ain't getting nobody out the city. You can't find nobody in the city. Where they at? Because see, that's why they grabbing Americans too, because you don't know which one is which. How you gonna know which one is the illegal Somalia? How you gonna know? You see 35,000 Somalians. And 34,900 of them got paperwork. And you looking for 1 out of 35,000. And in the meantime, while you looking for that 1 out of 35,000, half of Minnesota, every time y'all show up, you got the whole community. Every time they show up, they blowing whistles. outside your headquarters. They trying to stop y'all vehicles from. They got people, patrols of regular citizens. Right? How you gonna deport anybody in that? Stupid. You doing it to your stupid self. Look, they got Gomer Powell, y'all. Listen. Y'all think I'm being funny. I'm being so serious, though. It's serious. Mr. Ellis, that man lost his life. That boy dead. They sitting there opening fire on that boy while he laying on the pavement, bruh. We watching. Listen, y'all, the Republicans, they like, how we get ourselves in this? They trying to, Ted Cruz, I hear you, big dog. Ted, you got some smart, because Ted Cruz know my political future. He want his political future to last past President Trump. And we sitting there watching it. He sat there, watched the ICE agent or whatever he was, he FBI or something. But I'm talking about, y'all saw him, he was tiptoeing around the fight. He looking for his avenue in, and when he could get in, he went at his leg first. And he couldn't find the gun. He was looking for a gun. He came there looking for a gun. He knew Alex had a gun. I don't know why he didn't communicate that to the other agents. I don't know why he did. But all I'm saying is when he went to Alex's waist and he located that firearm, and the next thing you see, you can't help but see him. He got on a blue jacket. It's like he was wearing the type attire to where you could clearly identify. He was standing out like a sore thumb when he showed up. I'm looking in my mind. I'm like, what this goofy dude doing here? In tennis shoes and a suit on. And he tiptoeing around the fight, on the edges of the fight. He just trying to find his way in the fight. And then the first thing he do is check his ankle. What you checking a man's ankle for if you ain't looking for a gun? You just, bro, it's clear on tape. It's clear in freeze frame. Bro, you can't say, talking about freeze frame adjudicate. Gomer Powell. That's why your butt back in California. But look, they didn't show everything. He didn't shook the man's leg, his ankle. It ain't no gun in his ankle. He didn't find no gun in the man's ankle. So he found it on he went to his waistband. You know, he tipped back out, and then he found his way back into the fight. In the meantime, you got 3 or 4 grown men. They banging Ellis on the head. Ellis got his hand in front of him. He ain't thinking about no gun. He done forgot he got a gun. He just trying to stay alive. You forgot they just sprayed him with the spray like 10 minutes, not even 15, like 40 minutes, 40 seconds ago. So you know what that mace hit you, sometimes it takes a second for that stuff to start kicking in. So by the time you done sent all the blood rushing to his head, now his eyes, I guarantee you, on that ground, he couldn't see nothing. That mace that took full effect. They clanking him on the head. You got 8 men on you. Have you ever been in these situations? That man, the furthest thing he was thinking about was his gun. He might have thought about that gun for a second when it first started, but he know that he can't get to that gun, bro. That was on him like white on rice. So when the second dude in the uniform, kind of like the shirt color I got on, I mean, when he come back that second time and he reached his waistband, he grabbed the firearm. He got the firearm in his hand now. And he backing out with the firearm. And when he backing out with the firearm, the untrained ICE agent who read or was trained in a manual that when you see somebody, you see a suspect with a gun, then you can fire. So he said, "Oh, I could be a hero like my boss, Greg Bovino. I could be Border Patrol, Proud Boys, yeah, President Trump, America, pow, pow, pow. Oh yeah, your time is up, idiot. You got to get on down, bro. That's foolish." And in the meantime, President Trump, who got all the right lingo, the right policies, the American people, the ones who didn't vote for him like ghosts, I support like a lot of his policy. You hear him talk, the stuff he's saying is right. You know, a lot of what President Trump is saying is dead right. We don't want all these illegal immigrants being let in our country, bro. We don't know where they coming from. We don't know what they doing. And yes, Hamas had training facilities in Venezuela. I'm sorry, President Trump and them can't communicate that good, but Ghostwriter can. Hamas had training facilities, terrorist organization that says they want to wipe America off the face of the earth, just like Israel. They had training facilities. This ain't no propaganda in Venezuela. President Trump and them ain't telling you that. How is it propaganda? Ghost telling you that. Yeah, so they got training. Your enemies got training facilities in Venezuela, and they running across the border. And I'm saying President Biden, he not thinking about, we letting Hamas in like President Trump saying. He not thinking he letting the enemy in. He just trying to let immigrants in to grow the economy. Been doing it for every last one of us are immigrants. We all are, besides the Indians. Ain't nothing different. But see what President Biden and them don't know, President Trump are slick to or keen to, is that your enemy is using that to come across the border. Your enemy is using that against you. That's a tactic your enemy is using against you. So what I'm saying, President Trump, like them going after illegals, yeah, we all for that. But the way y'all trying to do it, listen, let me tell you what happened. The Democrats were ready for the Republicans this time. They was ready for them. They knew what President Trump was doing. They knew what he was going to come in and try to do. So you know what they said they going to do? This is what the Democrats said. We going to just sit the people down. We going to give them their paperwork in the communities. And how President, it's no way possible that I think that ICE could go get all those people. You can't go get them. I'm telling you, you're gonna have to redo your strategy. And with the border closed like that, there's no numbers for border see, look, so ICE and Border Patrol, Stephen Miller, I'm gonna address you today, sir. They're after numbers. They're trying to match or beat President Obama's numbers to deport a certain amount of people. Look, it's nothing wrong with you being competitive in what you're doing, but what I'm saying, if you're gonna do it, you gotta be on point and you gotta be on target with what you're doing. Because if you're not on point and if you're not on target with what you're doing, we're gonna point out your mistakes and we're gonna point out your errors. The situation is that if you go into Los Angeles and you see a brown person or a black person, you're not going to know if they're illegals or not because they are in the communities like all the other brown and black persons. So they're going to grab any brown person they can, hoping that this is an illegal immigrant. You hustling backwards. You will never reach no numbers like that. You opening the door for other Democrats in every other state to stand their ground and fight you. In the state of Washington, President Trump, they waiting for ICE to come up there. And listen, in the state, them Democrats laying traps for you. That's all they doing. They laying traps for the Republicans. The Republicans got to be saying, how in the world did we get ourselves in this position? If you guys have not liked the video, I ask that y'all double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Somebody said that ICE is amazing. Let's see how many people in America like or approve of the job that ICE is doing, guys. How many people y'all would say would approve of the job that ICE is doing? How many? Because if they were so amazing, what I'm trying to say is why President Trump fired Greg Bovino. He probably ain't fired him already. He need to, but he removed him from Minneapolis. And if I'm not mistaken, Secretary Noem, she ain't even running the operations no more in the city. The operations being run by Tom Homan. So ICE approval rate. We ain't looking at President Trump's approval rate. The New York Times 4 days ago. Okay, this before my man got shot all the way, right? All respondents, do you think the tactics used by immigration and customs forces have gone too far, not far enough, or is about right? 61% say too far. Look, when you get to 61%, Titan Bruce, 61%. 26% say about right, 11% say about not enough. President Trump won 47% of the population. You got about 37% of the people supporting you. You already 10 points underwater. 94% of Democrats are against it, 71% of independents, and 19% of Republicans are against ICE. 56% say about right, and that's why y'all Republican party's gonna get destroyed. You losing to 94% of Democrats and 74% of independents and 19% of Republicans. So you only got 57% of Republicans saying it's about right. Roughly half of voters that supported, this was January 23rd, 2026, this is New York Times, roughly half of voters supported President Trump deportations and his handling of the border with Mexico. With Mexico, Gomer Powell, go back to Mexico, to the border with Mexico. Gomer Powell trying to come up and get some fame in the middle of an American city, boy. Get your goofy self up out of here. Here come Gomer Powell, y'all. Man, he got the little funny looking haircut, sounding like he in the military. And he's shooting American citizens. What military? What American military? Bro, listen, ain't no, if you got anybody, you say American citizens, because what other citizens we care about get shot? You think if Renee Good was a Chinese citizen, who would be caring that she got shot? Yeah, people would care, but not like that. You, Mr. Petty or Alex, forgive me for this man getting shot. Say if he was a Venezuelan national, how many people? Because he's one of us, we do care. It makes a big difference. They American citizens. What ICE doing dealing with American citizens anyway? They told you to get back down to the border, Gomer Powell. Bro, then we tell Gomer Powell, bro, we told you 2 weeks ago, Gomer Powell, to get back to the border. Man, that's why you got fired. Man, that's why you got fired, because you won't listen. Roughly half of the voters support President Trump deportations. Yeah, a lot of voters supported it. That's what I said goes. The handling of the border with Mexico. But a sizable majority believes that ICE has gone too far. 50% of voters say they approved. They did approve of the Trump administration deportations of people living in the country illegally, while 47% opposed them. So a lot of people opposed him, but he had half the people with him. But after a year in which Mr. Trump set large numbers of ICE officers to conduct raids in several large democratically controlled cities, prompting widespread protests and scenes of chaos on the street, a wide majority of voters takes a dim view of the agency. 36% of voters say they approved of the way ICE was handling its job, according to the poll, while 63% disapproved and 70% of independent voters. The Republicans, Ted Cruz, he know it ain't no way that y'all could survive that. UPI.com, 63% disapprove of ICE job. Let's look at President Trump's approval rate. What's President Trump's approval rate? Falls to a record low, 39% approve of how he's handling immigration, according to the latest Reuters Ipsos poll. 39%. What we talking about, man? Ain't nobody approving what he doing. You shooting unarmed American citizens, unarmed. When y'all take the gun from him, if you were properly trained, but listen, with the situation with Renee Good, she shouldn't have done what she did, yeah. But the penalty for that isn't to kill her. But if those officers was properly trained, she would still be alive. And that agent would still, everything would be, look, if there's a million situations with ICE and the citizens, I heard Joe Rogan say this, if a million situations with ICE and the citizens go right, and we don't never see none of those videos, we don't never hear talk of none of those situations, that one situation that go wrong is what's going to get you. That's what's going to destroy you. It's always that one situation that don't go right is what's going to get you. We ain't talking about the 1,000,001 that does go right. We talking about the one that don't go right. I think President Trump, now you going to have to rethink your whole immigration policy and strategy. I don't know how can you move forward, President Trump, with your policies now. How does he move forward, Titan Brew? What'd he do? How he going to move forward? Because the people are in it, they're not. And then look, so when you get ready to go to Washington State or you get ready to go to Oregon, they up there waiting on you. They got the same playbook they ran in Minnesota, but they going to run it back better. And you going to walk straight into the trap because you got Gomer Powell. I think Tom Homan is a much more humble man than Gomer Powell. So, and he got a lot more experience in handling these type of police situations. So I think, you probably would be better off with Tom Homan at the head, but I'm saying I don't see how. I think y'all going to end up having to leave Minnesota, and you might get 10 more criminals. I don't know. Let's see. What's up, Laura? She says, here in California, couldn't sleep up at 4:30 in the morning. I found you. Good morning, good love. Good morning, sweetheart. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Titan Bruce says the point is cruelty. We see it in Trump, but this is what I'm saying. If the point is cruelty, then him firing Greg Bovino, don't that look like he turning against him? If that's the point, if the point is cruelty, and if the point is cruelty, the American people don't want it, don't like it, they not buying it, Titan Brew. So what do? Do you continue with these failed policies? That's the question. Because basically that's what this is amounting to is failed policies. Do you continue with failed policies? If the policy ain't failed, Titan Brew, the execution is failed. The American people are against you. The voters are against you. I'm talking about your signature. Listen, where are my Republicans at in this live stream? I want to hear my Republicans. Where are my Republicans at? Y'all tell me which one of President Trump's policies, which one of his policies or all of his policies or any of his policies whatsoever that has not come under complete scrutiny. Look at the economy. On the economy, let's look at affordability. The Democrats got a strangle on the President Trump. Listen, President Trump's stock markets, I'm going to talk about this weekend, has hit numbers that we never seen before. The Dow Jones Index going to touch 50,000. It's never done that. It's in territory it's never touched before. People's 401ks doubling, in some instances tripling. He ain't getting no clout, no credit for that. Let's look at the GDP. That's like one of the biggest, it used to be one of the biggest indicators of how we judged a president, US GDP on the economy. Okay? The United States GDP. Okay? As of 2025, the US nominal GDP reached approximately 31.1 trillion. The economy is projected to grow to 31.8 trillion in 2026, driven by a forecasted 2.1% growth rate. That's not that bad. The U.S. remains the largest economy with 2025 GDP per capita reaching roughly 89,600 a year. Okay. Let's see. Quarter two. I'm looking for that percentage. What's that quarterly percentage for President Trump? Some of y'all could put it down in the chat before I get it. Let's see. His growth is 4.4%. This is AI overview. I usually always check the data sources, the AI. These estimates was provided by BEA and Fred, the St. Louis Fed. So we got 4.4 growth. That's the latest official data as of late 2025. That's the growth rate for quarter three. That's the end of the year. 4.4% growth. That's pretty good for President Trump on the GDP. Your GDP could look good. Your stock market could look good. I don't know. Jasmine Crockett said Americans shed 1 million jobs. So his job market's not so much, but I know a lot of Republicans going to blame that on the AI bubble. What I'm saying is regardless of all of that, If you come to the average American who make less than $100,000 a year and run a poll, I don't have to look it up. We do this all the time. Run a poll on the economy. The Democrats then took the President Trump hostage on the economy. That's why President Trump, he this close. You heard him in this latest speech. He was this close from jumping back down there and calling affordability a hoax again. He was this close. He was this close. The Democrats then took control of the economy, the argument on the economy. Now they got people turning on President Trump on the economy, affordability. They're doing the same thing with immigration. Anything you get strong on, they take the argument from you. Healthcare, look what they did on you on healthcare. And guys, on Friday, guess what's finna happen again? They finna shut the government down again. Complete anarchy. The Democrats are doing what they can quietly to stifle any kind of success President Trump is having. Yes, that's what they're doing. Quietly. Every issue. They get the ups on him on every issue, and he walks straight into it. He walks straight into it. You got Gomer Powell. That's your first mistake. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm sitting there watching this dude. He done jumped out a Humvee looking thing. He out the back of the Humvee. Here come Gomer Powell. And he said even the ICE agents, he walking through a formation like he's some kind of great general or leader. This dude over here killing Americans. He a great general or leader. I promise y'all, this a video. This was on TikTok, boy, or somewhere I seen it though. And he walking down there, and they said Greg Bavino. They saying his name like he's some kind of like it Michael Jordan. He come Michael Jordan, entertainer. He finna come entertain us. But this the dude that's keeping our borders safe. A clown, a straight clown. He keeping our borders safe. He on TikTok trying to get clout. Keeping our borders safe, wearing a Nazi jacket. Bro, I want the regular green border patrol agent who a nerd, who don't know nothing about social media or TikTok, but he know how to apprehend an illegal alien. He know how to do that. He don't know nothing about social media or TikTok, but he know de-escalation methods to keep from having to kill and to train his officers how to not to kill unarmed Americans. Because once y'all took the firearm from him, he wasn't armed. That's how the court gonna see that. I'm telling you that. Ghost is telling you that. Once y'all took that firearm from that boy, he was not armed at that point. So you shot, I'm talking about a dozen times, a little less than a dozen times, with more than one officer, an unarmed veteran. Well, he might not have been a veteran, but he helped veterans. He worked at the VA hospital. A nurse. And he saw you push a woman, a man, a grown ICE agent man push a woman down at full strength. And he just, with his phone out, stepped over there to help her. Somehow y'all had intelligence that he had a gun. And what it looked like is that y'all used the fact that he had a gun as a reason to shoot him. That's what it looked like. Because I'm saying as soon as you took the gun, somebody yelled gun and shot the dude in the back. You shot him in the back. As soon as somebody yelled gun, they had the gun in their hand, they backing up with the gun, and you reach over and you shoot the dude in the back. Well, he ain't got no firearm, he ain't got no weapon, he ain't got nothing on him. And you shoot him in the back. It's unbelievable. And here come Gomer Powell. That's why President Trump didn't fight. And I knew he was going to get fired. And look, I'm going to say this, bro. Like, you ain't got to listen to my opinion, my advice. You could do whatever you want to do. I'm saying you going to get fired before the Democrats even take over. President Trump, he just getting a little smart. They ain't finna be pinning that stuff on me because they know. But you know how that looks overseas? I'm saying, President Trump, you having a bad month, man. You can't even see it, bro. You having a horrible month. You talking about, look, so this what happened. Y'all know Renee Good. We went from talking about Renee Good to talking about Greenland. And then we go to talking about Greenland. You think as soon as Greenland over, we right back over here on this immigration again. Renee Good 2.0. But this one kind of worse. And the American people, every time they hear something about ICE now, the Democrats really, they could almost destroy you. Unless you really back down and really do the time home and get them policing right. Every time the American people hear about ICE, they don't even nearly have to see the video. Once they seen that one video, that was enough to show them that you ain't playing right. Something you doing is not right. And the American people are aware of that. They are fully aware of that. So everybody probably hadn't seen what happened to Alex, the nurse that just got killed. And probably not as many people saw it as Renee Good. I might be wrong. Maybe more people saw it than Renee Good. But I'm saying you put all this together, you writing a book, you writing a story for the Democrats in the midterm elections. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, President Trump. Thank y'all. Secretary Noam, I appreciate it. You giving me content we could have never made. We could have never made no content like that. To run as to run against you in the midterm elections. Look at all the videos you giving. Look at all the videos you done gave the Democrats to play to run against you. You done gave them 2 murders. Cold-blooded murders. All they got to do look, let me run a race against you. I'll run a race against you in any state. Let's say Texas. It really need to be a swing state like Pennsylvania, Michigan. You're going to get destroyed in these midterms. Y'all might lose 50 seats Republican. Y'all probably going to lose the Senate and the House. Listen, if you stay on this road, President Trump know it. If you stayed on that road right there, you ain't even going to make it out the White House. The reason why you saw that beat reversal President Trump had, somebody with some power told him something. He could have listened to Susie Wild and them. He could have listened with the people with the sense, but it seemed like he should have been listening to them back then. Somebody with some power told President Trump something. They let him know something. Somebody tapped him on the shoulder. We don't do that around here, homie. We don't do that. I'm saying you went from taking Greenland. I'm trying to figure out if anybody in the Republican Party want to stop the nonsense, as soon as y'all want to stop the nonsense, y'all could get ready to fight to keep the control of that House of Representatives. As soon as y'all want to stop the nonsense, because y'all don't have, what Republican in this country talking about President Trump's economy? Which Republican? I want to hear the Republican who talking about President Trump's economy. Because you can't talk about his economy. If you talked about his economy, they're going to get you on affordability. But I'm saying the Democrats, whatever strong suits he got, the Democrats are not letting no focus be put on it. They're not letting y'all focus on the on how good the stock market's doing. They're not letting you focus on that 4% GDP, 4.4% GDP last quarter. The Democrats ain't letting you focus on, okay, so look, 1.6 million people self-deported. And ICE and them deported about 600,000. So you're looking at about 2.1 million people or so, 2 million people or so, to this point, President Trump and them got out the country. So if they said 11 million encounters, so it's more than a few more. You don't know how many more. It could be 25 million. It could be 11.1 million. But you know it's at least a few more than 11 million illegals got into America. So you got 2 million of them out already. You getting them other you getting 2 more million out is going to be almost impossible. Because what I'm saying, from this point on, now the Democrats are fighting tooth and nail. They fighting you every single inch, tooth and nail. And what I'm saying, the policy, see, I know I have a strategy. to where how Tom Homan and y'all can snatch them and without no help. You don't need no help. Yeah, you got a bunch of criminals in the jails in Minneapolis. But I'm saying you just got to have patience and you got to sit on them and wait on them to be able to get there. You got criminals in the jail in Los Angeles that might not turn over to you. You might have criminals in the jails everywhere. But what I'm saying, you got to just sit on them. You got to wait on them. There's certain ways that if you move correctly and if you right with your movements, there's certain things that you could do in order for you to be able to get those criminals. Well, I'm saying without help from nobody, you don't need no help from anybody. Nobody. You don't need no help from Minneapolis if you know what you're doing. I'm saying if you the feds, you should have access to all databases and all. Are you correct? So all you got to do is wait for the criminal activity to start or wait for the criminals to move. You got to be patient and you got to sit. All that bravado and kicking in doors, that's why you in the situation that you in. That ain't how President Obama got so many people. He was sitting on them. He was waiting on them. He was waiting on them to come to you. You ain't got nobody with you that's smart. That's what I'm saying. You got to first thing you got to do, President Trump, you got to get rid of Gomer Pyle. And anybody who got Gomer Pyle's mentality, I don't care how you feel about me, we gonna be watching you get fired and I'm gonna laugh at you. Gomer Pyle, I ain't even laughing at you that hard because you just getting removed from Minneapolis. Wait till he fire you for real, all the way out the Border Patrol. He kick you all the way out of Border Patrol. That's when I'm gonna laugh at you. President Trump, the way y'all moving, you gotta move different. That's just a point blank bottom line situation. You gotta let them criminals come to you. And if you don't know what you're doing, hire somebody know what they're doing. You need to sit and learn how to set traps for them. You gotta lure them out. It's like you the cat and the mouse. But the Democrats got dogs hiding the mice. They're like Tom and Jerry. You know Tom and Jerry. So Ice is Tom and the mouse Jerry. And the mouse Jerry, Jerry sometimes on time he hiding behind the dog. And now the dog looking for Tom. And so Jerry got the power now. That's what the Democrats doing. They sicking the dogs on you. They don't want you taking their immigrants. You got to know how to dangle that chains and get Jerry to come on out. I don't know what they doing. Listen. Hey, if you had ghosts working for you, bro, I'll have immigrants coming to you. You ain't that smart. You ain't that he ain't that slick. I have immigrants coming to me. About 1,000. And they wouldn't be turning themselves in. I'm just smarter than I know what they came here for. I know what they want. I know how to do what I do. You using Fed resources to become enemies with them. That's not how you win. You can't win by being nobody's enemy. You win by being their friends. I'm giving the dude the game. I'm going to shut up. I ain't finna give you no game, bro. You need to pay me. Boy, out here with this clowning. Because, see, I come on here and I say what needs to be done and ain't nobody listening to me, right? But all of a sudden, you'll see the White House or something doing what I said that need to be done and they'll start winning. You know what I'm saying? Like I came out, and get one. Yeah, you know what you're doing, though. So y'all know so much what y'all doing. Y'all so smart. If that was me and I needed to grab them immigrants from them communities, I'd be having them immigrants come to me. You just got to be smart. There's resources in that community. Federal government has resources in that community where you could run an operation. I'm talking. And all we'll be doing, we'll be sitting back at the spot. We'll be waiting for the immigrants to show up. I'm saying, that's how ghosts get down. We'll be in the spot waiting for the immigrants to show up. And when we show up, we grabbing and snatching. But y'all don't know what y'all doing. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Or you could do it like President Obama doing it. You could open the border a little bit You know what I'm saying? And then snag them as they run across the border. But he ain't trying to do that. What if I'm not mistaken, his goal, he really literally trying to get a lot of those people that was let in here. But I'm just saying you gotta do it a certain kind of way, my boy. That's all I'm saying. It's got to be done a certain. That's the only way it could be done is a certain kind of way. And if you don't do it that kind of way, then you're not gonna win. Titan Bruce says, I watched the entire line of videos. ICE escalated the situation until someone ended up dead. And I believe that's what the American people are seeing. And I said that a week ago, and now somebody head getting rolled. And even though Secretary Noem, you ain't got fired yet, you are directly in line for that to come down. If President Trump wouldn't have made that move, and I ain't saying you safe yet, but if he wouldn't have made that move, you and Bavino, that's what's finna happen to y'all. And all the stuff that Tom Homan has done, America, we finna forget about that in a second, because I believe he gonna go in there and do a much better job. Because what Titan Bruce said is what the American people are seeing. Regardless of the situation, okay, on the face of what you're saying, Renee Good was blocking traffic. Yes, she was. So if you know she blocking traffic, you know she in the wrong. So what, you finna come out there and run some kind of play so you could kill her, huh? That's what Titan Bruce said. That's what it looked like. It looked like they escalated that. And look, what was her, whether her being wrong or not, Christy Noem, the American people are looking at you, they listening to what you saying. And then they watch the video. Then they know what you're saying. They know she shouldn't be out there because the majority of the American people, the majority of the people in Minneapolis, bro, how many people in Minneapolis? The majority of them are not at no protest. They might all have whistles. They might come outside and blow. I'll come outside and blow a whistle if you in my neighborhood, but I'm not leaving my porch. I just don't want you inside. You can't come on my porch, though. I might King Kong one of y'all. Real talk. Because I ain't going to get down like how them white boys play. I ain't going to play with you like that. You gonna know what time it is when you mess with me. Boy, you put your hands on me, I'm talking about I'm gonna try to sue that federal every single day of the week. I don't care what he said. I ain't never seen nothing like that where he pushed a woman down like that. He pushed a woman down like that, boy. You pushed the right. I'm saying the way y'all moving, that's dangerous. Ain't nobody gonna catch you when you with all 3,000 of them. They gonna wait till you get off work. Boy, wait till you get off work. He'll find, you know, in this 2026, that you could pay the AI. The AI gonna find you. Yeah, the AI find you. It don't matter who you are. That AI find you, boy. Wherever you at in the world. I'm saying you can't just be pushing people down like that, bro. That's not cool. You need to go back and train them officers, man. Somebody says she caused herself to get killed. No, she didn't, bro. How? Tell me how. She shouldn't have been there. You right. She shouldn't have been in the way. You right. She shouldn't have, but you don't kill her. You don't kill a woman who tries to block a protest and then tries to leave the protest and try to make it seem like she was trying to run you over or one of your agents over. Brother, American people not stupid. They sitting there watching what you do. And what they look like is it looks like a cold-blooded murder. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like to me. It would look like a cold-blooded murder. Those agents are aggravated. They agitated. They get messed with. People poking at him, and he can't control his anger. Oh man, they're messing with me. Oh man, pow pow pow. Oh, he's got a gun. He don't have the gun on him. We see a gun. Okay, you shot him once or twice, but somebody else came in. I'm talking about they making sure he was dead. As many bullets as you shot, that's just like Renee Good. How many times you shoot her in the head? I'm saying they making sure he died. You shoot a guy 9 times who don't have a gun on him. When that first bullet was fired, he did not have a gun on him. So he was unarmed. You shooting an unarmed man 9 or 10 times. Has anybody been arrested for? I don't know what they were supposed to be arrested for, my boy, but I don't think nobody been arrested for nothing. All the people ICE arresting, they letting them out of jail. All the people that ICE are arresting, they letting them out of jail. He said Ross ran like a coward. I don't know what that means. Yeah, she was blocking traffic. But you don't shoot somebody in the head that block traffic, man. That's what you don't realize. You think this China or something. That you could shoot somebody in the head just because they blocking traffic. You can't impede a federal police operation, so I'm going to shoot you in the head. Bro, you got to be kidding me. I don't know what y'all coming here thinking the American people. I told you the American people ain't going for none of that nonsense. The Republican Party could rein you in or check you immediately for that stuff you're doing. And I think President Trump, somebody calling him, one of his buddies calling him, and they letting him know, man, you need to chill out with that. Because we're going to lose with you doing that. That's guaranteed. We're going to lose big. President Trump, some of your buddies going to come up missing out of Congress because of that. Oh, what happened to Senator so-and-so? Oh, he lost his re-election bid, man. We must have messed up pretty bad. Senator so-and-so, he been here for 70 years. And now he gone. Yup. Trump midterms 2026. The death of Renee Good. You ain't got George Floyd. You got 2 young white people from the Midwest that's been murdered on camera, murdered. George Floyd was murdered. You had a black criminal. And that cost you 40 seats. Did it cost you 40 seats? Who knows? You had a black criminal that you killed in 2020. 6 years later, you got 2 white people that were not criminals. They were not armed. They were American citizens. And all they were doing was protesting. That's it. I can't even say Alex was protesting. He was just trying to help out. He was just trying to assist his fellow Minnesotan or fellow American. I mean, if I see a grown man, a police officer, push a woman down that hard, bro, I'm going to sue. If I witness that, I'm going to try to sue you. I don't care nothing about him being a fed. Who cares he a fed? What's that mean? What's that mean because he a fed? You think the court don't care if he a fed? The court don't care if you no fed or not. What the court care if you for the fed? The court care about the law. And I'm saying any court, any judge, any magistrate, anybody in the legal field watching that is petrifying. Because they know that could be their kids doing that. You're not easy. You messing with the white people. You messing with the white people and the white people kids. Nah, this ain't George Floyd. They're looking at this as one of their kids. But President Trump and them smart not to do that to no black people because they know it was going to be World War 70 if they tried that with a black person all over America. You're going to start bringing the gangsters out. You're going to have them civil rights fighters. They're going to make a call to the gangsters. And the gangsters, when they come, they're going to burn your city down. They don't know no other way to get down. The gangsters don't know how to peaceful protest. So you know what the Democrats do? They keep the gangsters in the house. You should come mess with some black people. They ain't going to be able to keep them in the house. They're going to come burn your city to the ground. The National Guard ain't gonna be able to solve them. They're gonna be in the hood burning their stuff. Your city gonna burn to the ground. And you think that's hurting the black people, all the black communities, y'all get y'all insurance policy. If anybody who own a black storefront in a major city, when y'all see a black man get killed on TV, go grab you an insurance policy if you don't have one yet. Make sure, because look, they're not even going to come try to protect black businesses. That's where the black people going to start. They're going to start burning the black cities to the ground. And so when the locals or when the feds that come in, they finally get the gall to go in the hoods and start trying to rebuild or whatever the black communities, their fire departments, whenever y'all start sending y'all resources out to the hoods, then we going to go down there to downtown and they going to start throwing Molotov cocktails at y'all high rises. I'm telling you, you don't want to mess with no black people, bro. They going to burn your city to the ground. And you ain't really going to be able to do nothing about it because the court finna start handcuffing you because of the stupidity that you doing. Yeah, stupidity. You want to kill American citizens. Over aggressive. We watching it. Act antagonized, just like Titan Bruce saying, we sitting there watching you killing them. And you coming out there trying to tell us that this happened when we sitting there watching what happened. You gonna make us believe that, you know what I'm saying, like the price of goods ain't a problem. But we heard you say you was gonna lower the cost. If it's a hoax, how you gonna lower the cost to a hoax on day one, on any day? If it was a hoax, how would you ever lower the cost? That's what I'm saying. Don't believe your own eyes and ears, Titan Brew. That's not gonna work in America. That won't work in Iran. The Iranian people, they just don't have enough guns. We do. The Iranian people don't have enough guns. The American citizens do. This our country, homeboy. Representative government. You work for us. We'll have to remind. Don't make us remind you. Ghost gonna speak for the whole group. I don't care if you hear me or not. President Trump, he heard me. Good job. Gomer Power, get on down, Gomer Power. Hey! Hey! Hold up, y'all. I got to get in full uniform up in here. You know what I'm saying? If we going to do it for TikTok, hey, wait. Hey, YouTube, tell YouTube this is a good time to cut a little segment for a video. You know what I'm saying? You have us a little extra story this morning. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do the Gomer Power. The Greg Bovino. Well, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It looked like to me that, you know, that an armed man approached the ICE agent. What? That's the story he come out and tell. An armed man approached the ICE agent. That's his story. You know what that's doing? That's making the courts not trust the police. The people, you done set the people back decades with law enforcement. So when the people not trusting the police, the courts not trust, your community is not trusting the police, your community is not trusting the feds. You know what that does? Because see, when you come in the community and you need the community to work with you to catch a criminal and they thumbing their nose at they spitting in your face. They don't want nothing to do with you. The feds gonna have to go. President Trump and them, you gonna have to go to the states for power, he gonna have to get permission from the state governments to do any kind of operations in their state. That's what's coming. They're handcuffing you, bro. You can't be talking about common sense revolution and you can't see how they running game and running all kind of plays on you, running straight crosses on you. Oh, this dude got a gun. So we finna shoot him. No, we finna kill him. He got a gun. Even he ain't armed when we shoot him. And that ain't the proper procedure to just shoot somebody unarmed. But we gonna go out there even though, you know, everybody got videos. That's what ICE, listen. If you show up to a situation and you hear those whistles, if you hear one whistle, know that you're being recorded. I don't know if y'all know that or not. Because I can't see how you doing such buffoonery. Listen, if I was Christy Nome or Greg Bovino, And I hear them whistles on the tape. When I'm watching the tape, you can hear, all you hear is whistles. You hear the whistles so much you could barely hear the words that they're saying. And then we got 10 different tapes, but all you hear is just a bunch of whistles. If I'm hearing those whistles, I know there's 30 cameras out there. And they not, I believe all the camera angles, we might not have seen all the camera angles out there yet. Somebody might have an angle or one or both of these videos that we have not seen that's clearer than anything we have seen. You got to be smarter than a 5-year-old. So you know if they out there antagonizing you, waiting for you, they running plays on you, you know that. So they waiting on you to go out there. And they seen what happened with Kristi Noem last time. Listen, I understand you want to support your officers. I understand that, but don't support them to the point to where you getting fired. Don't support them that much to the point where you getting fired. Because President Trump ain't going to go down on that ship with you. I'm trying to tell you. I don't care. I don't know how. You should have seen that from Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't care how y'all, and that's just politics. You can't really blame them for that. That's how it go in politics. It's a dirty game and a dirty world. That's why I never want to be a politician for you, because I understand how dirty this game is. But what I'm saying is I'm saying it don't matter what's being told to you behind the scenes or what's going on behind the scenes. All I'm trying to tell you is the American people, the boss. And President Trump, in the end, he going to line up with what they saying, because he going to pay an extreme consequence for it if he don't, one way or the other. We seen it happen. Gomer Pyle, he flying out of Minneapolis. See you later, Gomer. Gomer Pyle, y'all, has been removed from Minneapolis. Hey, if y'all had liked the video, I ask that y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure y'all hit that notification bell, man. You know what I'm saying? Super chat, super sticker, super steak. They all start at 99 cents. Just hit the button with the $ in it. And your donations are much appreciated. Gomer Pyle. He out of here, y'all. I think President Trump need to go ahead and fire him all the way. It ain't no way in the world, bro. This dude up in here, bro, he trying to be a celebrity. You see what I'm saying? He trying to be a celebrity. Gomer Pyle. They don't care. Look, beauty, they don't care about history. They don't care, bro. Look, it's like people like me who think about that stuff, who got to remind them of 2019. You know what I'm saying? Who got to remind them of 2019? Y'all look, y'all remember, so in the midterms, 2019, the Democrats won 41 seats. They impeached President Trump twice. It's like the Republicans, they forget about that. Everything they did in 2017 and 2018 to that election to get the results in 2019, they doing it again. They forgot that quick. They doing it again in 2025 and 2026, but they doing it worse than they did last time. Worse. A lot worse. Donnie says 2026 is a wash. Why care so passionately about a Congress you'll lose anyways? Donnie, it's not necessarily that you're going to lose it anyway, number one. And then what I'm saying, Donnie, you're going to go so far to out of bounds with what you're doing to where you're going to completely lose the American people. I'm saying, Donnie, you don't care about, if you don't care, you're going to lose South Carolina and Texas. Imagine going from the highest high that you went to in 2024 to where you had the Democrats this close to being demoralized. I promise you, I came on the I was watching these Democrats and they were like, oh, we don't have a message. We don't have a candidate. You know how much effort the Democrats put into getting President Trump. They tried so hard. President Trump beat him. He bounced back. He victorious. Fight. They tried to assassinate me. Pew, all of this. I overcome all of this. And you can overcome all of this. Even though you barely take control of the House of Representatives, you got control. You control Congress. The Senate as well, all of Congress. You control the White House. For peace sake, you got the Supreme Court. And then Donnie come through like, well, 2026 is a wash. Why even worry about it? Then you lose. And then you'll see from where you went to 2024, and when you get to the end of 2026, you done lost South Carolina, and they done turned Texas purple on you. Every action has a consequence. You cannot, Donnie, be President Trump's age at 79 years old and haven't learned that yet. If you haven't, how are you president? For some of these candidates or some of these politicians, that's why your name on the Epstein list. You were born rich, you never went through nothing, and you don't think there's consequence for your actions. That I could tell by how you acting. Every action has a consequence. If you make $1.4 billion in a year, there's a bunch of consequences. There's over 1 billion consequences behind that. Some positive, some negative. Every action has but for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. I'm talking about that's like baseline, borderline intelligence. Like I'm saying, like you forgetting stuff. They didn't forgot you. The smart people didn't forgot this common sense at home. Oh yeah, this is a common sense revolution, but we didn't forgot our common sense at home. Yeah. Hey, there go Gomer Powell. Yeah. Hey, Gomer Powell, when you getting on that airplane to leave Minneapolis, Gomer Powell hit it for me one time. Yeah. Hey, Gomer Powell, when you getting on that airplane to leave Minneapolis, I want you to hit it for me one time. Yeah. Hey, y'all, in a little bit, y'all know this is a cruising with Ghost Rider. Big Ghost Rider up here on the upper East Coast. You know what I'm saying? It's 12 degrees, by the way, outside. It's 12 degrees Fahrenheit. You know what I'm talking about? And, I'm take y'all out there in just a moment. You know what I'm saying? To let y'all see that gorgeous scenery that I'm out there looking at. You know what I'm saying? You know, the blizzard. We just had a blizzard. They said it's finna snow on Saturday and Sunday again. Ghost Rider trying to find the quickest exit up out of here, y'all. I love New York. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Big shout out to Governor Hochul too, man. Real talk though. Real talk for all for Governor Newsom, you know what I'm saying, for VP Harris, everybody standing up for civil rights. But I don't care what you say, Republican or Democrat, Donnie, you already know that them two killings was not, it don't look good. Even if you want to sit on there and protect the side of the police, it ain't no problem with doing that. That's your right. That's your prerogative. Even the police officers saying it don't look good. It don't matter. It don't look good. And if you don't listen to me, get all of them fired. You fire all of them. He got the money. What we hadn't talked about is how Congress about to shut down on Friday. That's the first time I told you that in an hour and a half. You could tell one thing for certain and two things for sure. You finna have another President Trump. He can't go 4 months. He gonna shut down. And you playing right into their hands. The American people ain't gonna have no problems with them shutting it down. If the Democrats come out and say we not funding ICE, look at that. You know who gonna be blamed for it? How you gonna blame the Democrats for them not funding ICE? All they gonna do is play them videos on you. That's all they gotta do. That's one thing you so stupid. Don't never give nobody no video evidence of you. Because as long as that case open, and even when that case closed, unless your lawyer do the right paperwork, they going to beat you to sleep with that evidence. They just going to keep playing that video over. Bro, I'm telling you, when them police in LA beat Rodney King, y'all might have been too young or too not even born, some of y'all. Bro, I'm talking about, I seen that video played a trillion times. I done seen Rodney King get beat, and Rodney King like all the way to the bank, baby. Oh, police beating on me. Oh, that's 1 million right there. Oh, that's 2 million right there. Oh, yeah, you didn't know that Rodney King got super rich. The police beat Rodney King. I heard Rodney King got that money. I ain't even gonna tell you all the stuff that the police said he was doing with the money. That's what's going to end up happening, stupid. What you trying to do, whatever you trying to stop, God just going to flip that on you. It don't matter if you right. It's not about being right. You don't go shoot people like that. If it was that easy, every President Trump would have did that whenever somebody spoke against them. They'll just kill them. They'll just have their agents to set them up and to shoot them. You know, if them agents went to her, if you watch with that situation with Renee Good, if you watch that video closely, her tires kind of were transit the entire time. If you watch the video, the whole video, her tire, you see him move up just a little bit. You see him move back. She turning the wheel. She ready to do a 3-point turn. But I'm saying the whole time kind of like, so if you got any kind of brain, you know, that agent walking out kind of in front of that car, if you know somebody come put pressure on that girl, her girlfriend told her to drive off too. That probably was her plan the whole time, drive off. That's what they've been doing in Minneapolis to them ICE agents, driving off. That ICE agent that was there on the scene that shot her, he had got drugged 300 feet recently because somebody drove off. So anybody with a brain should know that the girl got the car and drive. More than likely, when the officers come up to her, guess what they gonna do? She gonna do. Oh, I'm just accidentally walked in front of her car right now. I'm just in front of her car. So she was driving the car at me. Even though I'm shooting in the side of her window, she driving the car at me. The American people not buying it. I'm saying Charlie Kirk getting shot in the neck. And then from Charlie Kirk getting shot in the neck, you got this girl. And then with the Alex thing, that Governor Walsh and them, they done had enough. I said Governor Walsh from the beginning. This is what I would tell President Trump. You could get every violent criminal why would I want to hold a violent criminal? I don't understand. This Donnie at Titan Brew, Bailey, this one thing I'm going to say that I don't understand about the Democrat strategy. Maybe that's your leverage. But I'm saying, for I don't know about President Trump going to any other city trying to do his immigration, but I know one thing for certain and two things for sure about Minneapolis. This is what I would do. If I was you, Governor Walz, or if Mayor Fry, I don't know how much of it bargaining power you have, but I will call Governor Walz's office. I'll tell you, this is my city. This is what I want to do. I'm going to let him get the violent criminals. I'm talking about the ones that he know. Ain't no Democrats going to get mad at you for you turning over murderers to ICE, point blank. Ain't no Democrats going to get mad at you turning over some drug dealers or rapists to ICE. That's point blank. No Democrats are going to be mad at that. So that's what be my move. That's my move. That's what I would do. I'll let them get, in exchange for you leaving my city, for exchange, I'm talking about all the ICE and Border Patrol, they shouldn't even been there. And all the ICE completely out of my city. For exchange for y'all completely leaving my city, I'll give you these little 50 to 70 to 100 or maybe even 1,000. Who knows? Who cares? Dangerous criminals. Dangerous criminals. I'll give them to you. If that help President Trump feel like, they get something to brag about and it help their numbers, I'm saying if I was in Minneapolis or a citizen, I wouldn't want them to be in my community anyway. I wouldn't want no dangerous people in my community anyway. You know what I'm saying? Whoever donate to the channel, I didn't see you donate. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that so much. Guys, a lot of us, we don't be hitting that $sign, the button with the $sign in it, man. If you guys want to become members of the channel, you know what I'm saying? You can hit the button with the $sign, or, if you guys want to donate, start a conversation, have your comment read, or you guys just want to be cool, and hook a brother up, you know what I'm saying? You can hit the button with the $sign in it. Bailey says, do you know that Waltz caved to Trump yesterday? The Minnesota State Police went out with the riot gear last night and arrested a whole bunch of agitators and will continue doing so forward. In my opinion, I'm not in this, guys, to see who wins and who loses the argument. I just don't think Minnesotans should be getting killed. So I was waiting on the courts. If you guys, Bailey, if you was in here, Titan Brew, I know you was in here, and I know you was in here, Donnie, y'all heard me say that the courts, to me, it seemed like they would have had Minnesota and Minneapolis from the get-go, because ICE should not be doing no crowd control whatsoever. So I'm saying it will come to the point that, though people will get killed, you don't want your citizens to get killed, especially if these people that you might not directly have them out there, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all policy, what y'all encouraging for y'all citizens to stand up to ICE. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say Governor Walz probably all the way caved, but I don't know. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe Minnesota State Police was out there. That's kind of what needs to happen, though, in a way. Who from Minnesota State Police helping? Who's against them helping ICE? I'm not against that. I said that from the get-go. I said Kristi Noem should have called him. Maybe you waiting on Governor Walz to call. Who knows? But I'm saying whatever's going on, that stuff gonna have to come to an end. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if Governor Walz, if he call off the dogs now, I mean, the Democrats already won. It's unfortunate to look at it like that's just the way it is. If Governor Walz call off the dogs right now, and the Democrats won. They walk away with 2 videos of 2 Americans who got assassinated by ICE. Assassinated, murdered, killed, whatever you want to call it. 2 Americans where the majority of the American people who watched that video feel like ICE was some dirty dog murderers. The majority of the Americans, over 50%, well over 50. And you can't win. Yeah, they might have banned them until now. And look, and because they know, look, if I knew that you was coming to my city are coming to my state, if I knew you was coming to Washington or you was coming to Oregon, Donnie, I would do the same thing. I would ban ICE from being crowd control because I know that the way with Christy Nome, Secretary Nome, and Gomer Powell, I know somebody, you finna come out here and do some clown stuff. All I'm going to say is I hope y'all don't take that past Minneapolis. I hope you don't. Because I'm saying, like, I don't know, President Trump, the Republicans, they might end up turning on you right now. They might start turning on you right now. Because Ted Cruz, he coming out really on the slick, on the light, on the slight, on the nice side. And he trying to tell you, maybe you don't go out there and say what you saying because you setting yourself up for failure. I'm saying we should know that without having a senator, a sitting senator shouldn't be having to come out on his podcast and say that. We should already know that you don't do nothing stupid like that. But they not listening, though. They doing their own thing. They think they going to live forever. You think you're going to reign forever? Kim Jong-un is a dictator. The people in his country think he a god, but he ain't going to reign forever. But shoot, some people, Stephen Miller and them, they think they going to reign forever. He said, y'all are the clowns. I don't know who he's saying y'all is. I'm not no Democrat. I'm a truth teller. I'm just going to come tell you what the American people thinking and saying. You can do whatever you want to do. Them people told us a blizzard was coming. We could do whatever we want to with it. We could believe them. We could laugh at them. We could cry at them. We could cuss at them. We could do whatever we want to. The blizzard still came. Andre said, if I'm scared, I'm not scared of nothing. What I'm scared of? I'm not stupid. I'm going to listen to what the ICE say at the scene. If I got a problem with him, I'm going to catch him somewhere else, and I'm going to bop him. That dude, as hard as he could, he pushed it. Let me push a female down as hard as I can. She going to go flying into next week. Y'all seen the ICE agent? He pushed that woman as hard as he could, and she barely fell. What that dude going to do against me? He looked like he was 5'8", 5'7", 5'6", and he weighed about 112 pounds. What that them little agent's gonna do against me? I'm gonna beat that boy like he stole something. I'll put that boy across my lap and spank him with my belt. Where my belt at? I'll spank that little boy. Ain't nobody scared of no little weak agents that's pushing on females and spraying people. You gotta empty a can. A dude is literally push against you, and you empty a can of spray can in his face. Beating him in the head with the spray can, it's unbelievable, bro. But that's cool. The American people saw that, though. You the stupid one. That's why you gonna be just like your boss. Yeah. Oh, Gomer Powell. Yeah. Yeah. You gonna be just like your boss. Oh, Gomer Powell. They gonna be look. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, y'all. This is where Gomer Powell is, y'all. Look. So, guys, I have to announce, I was the first one to say, you know what I'm saying? If y'all didn't see my Instagram yesterday, y'all go follow the links in the bio. That President Trump, he need to fire Gomer Powell. You know what I'm saying? It was just time to do it. So, you know, Big President T, we got to salute Big President T, him keeping the ears to the ground, listen to the people. So he decided to, you know, go ahead and give Gomer Powell the boot. You know what I'm saying? So Gomer Powell, he on his way out of Minneapolis, y'all. But you know, he's stationed in California. Greg Bavino, I ain't trying to put you on blast like that because, you know what I'm saying, the people, they will come, especially California, probably the wrong place for them to have you stationed at. The people will come find you. But Greg Bavino, they didn't send him from California, y'all. They sent him to New York. It's a Cruising with Ghost Rider. They sending Greg Bavino to New York, y'all. I want to show y'all where Greg Bavino at, y'all. Y'all feel me? New episode of Cruising with Ghost Rider, y'all. You know, Greg Bavino, he just got kicked out of Minneapolis. You know what I'm saying? And Greg Bavino, he just got kicked out of Minneapolis, y'all. And when I turn the camera around, there's gonna be a bench out there on that water. Y'all see that bench out there on that ice? That's where Greg Bavino at. You say ghostwriter, I don't see him out there. Yeah, you might not see him out there right now, but he on his way right now. You know what I'm saying? It's cold and everything, so the planes, they taking off snow. Y'all see all that snow and ice? Oh yeah, boy, it's straight blizzard conditions out here. So, you know, he ain't made it here yet, but he on his way. Yeah, y'all see him out there, don't y'all? Y'all see that bench out there? That's where we gonna put the border patrol. The border patrol, the leader of the border patrol, we gonna put him right out there on that bench, and we gonna let him sit out there. And we gonna let him sit out there and say, yeah! You know what I'm saying? We gonna bring him out here. So, look, tomorrow, guys, we might come out here to the little lake, to the little river. You see, it's gorgeous out here, though. It's cold now. It feel like death out here. You got people out here on this ice. You got them out here with those, you know, like you go skating, like ice skating. Real talk. It's a dude just walked by down. He got them ice skating things. Real talk. You laugh, bro. Look, y'all don't see how thick that snow is, though. That snow thick. That look, the snow that's pushed up on that side right there. That snow that pushed up on that side right there. That snow right there is pushed up. So you can't tell how thick that snow is, but for the ones of y'all up here in New York and up here Boston, up here, yeah, that's snow thick, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's thick. You feel me? I'm talking about a foot or two. We gonna put Greg Bavino out there. Y'all, we gonna put Greg Bavino out there on that little bench thing. Y'all seen that bench, huh? Cruising with Ghost Rider. I wish I could stay out there longer and let y'all see. I could show you from here, man. My window kind of dirty, but it'll be all right. I could show y'all from here. Look, let me roll the window down. Y'all look for a bench out there. Y'all see the mountains? Yeah, we gonna put Greg Bavino out there on one of them benches, y'all. Real talk, Donnie. That's his next location. Greg Bavino, we gonna fly you into New York. We got a special place for you out here. Idiot. Boy, a whole idiot. He trying to be famous. He want to be Gomer Pyle. He walking around in a Hitler outfit on with a Hitler haircut, talking about, Bleh! No, not police acting as crowd control. Police are trained to do crowd control. I would ban border. Listen, why would a border patrol agent be trained in crowd control? Explain that for me. You might train them in crowd control. That's the problem. You shouldn't be training them in that. But the majority of them agents are not trained in crowd control. They might be moving forward, but you shouldn't be training them in that. So why would you be training a border patrol agent for crowd control, Donnie? I don't understand that. I believe the police, the Minneapolis Police Department, are trained in crowd control. I don't know if they got county cops, but county cops where I'm from in the South are trained in crowd control. That's where the task force are attached to, the county police. You see what I'm saying? And where I'm from, the state police, they are trained in doing this, crowd control, even the National Guard to a certain extent. Border Patrol, what crowd they trying to control while they grabbing illegals? That's not their forte. So no, I don't believe that Border Patrol agents should be performing crowd control. It's just that the locals wouldn't help them. If the locals won't help you, then you lose, period. You got to get them to help you. You need the help. You can't go in there like you Superman. You mad they won't help you, so you shooting their citizens. Oh, I'm mad the locals won't help me, so I'm gonna start shooting their citizens because I'm mad they won't help me. You fall right. Y'all fall right into the Democrats are this much smarter than every Democrat is at least this much smarter than 80% of the Republicans. I don't know what's wrong with the Republican parties. They just a little bit slow. I ain't trying to hate. I ain't trying to hate Donnie, y'all. I'm just being for real. Bailey says, I'm saying Bailey, that's Wall Street. Peaceful protesting is okay, but a very little of what the agitators have been doing. Biting people's fingers off ain't peaceful, blowing whistles, but you don't kill them for that. That's how they beat you. Yeah, they agitating you. That, but you, cause somebody agitating you, don't mean that I've went through that for I don't know how long. Cause they agitating you. What? That's what's gonna happen. You agitate people that they gonna use. Ain't none of y'all should be doing that agitating stuff, but y'all all do it. State, city, and feds. All of y'all do it. So I don't want to hear it. That's what you get. Y'all fighting each other now. Y'all agitating each other. You should have never, ain't none of y'all never should have started that stupid stuff. None of y'all should have never started doing that stupid agitating stuff, but y'all doing it. And now y'all agitating each other. That's just life. No, I wouldn't ban police. I would ban ICE. Donnie, police and ICE are two different things. ICE, I don't look at ICE as the police. They are the police, but they different kind of police. When I say police, I mean regular cops. I would ban ICE and Border Patrol from doing crowd control. It's simple. And they ain't trained in it. They don't know what they doing. They don't know the city. They don't know the streets. So they upset that Minnesota won't help them. So they out there killing Minnesota citizens. President Trump think he won because now Minnesota gonna help him. So you think that he won, but you already gave him. You gave the Democrats what they were looking for. So go on to Washington and kill some out there too, you idiots. Go on out to Washington and kill, because they waiting for you in Washington State. They waiting for you. So go on out there to Washington and kill some of their citizens too, so they could get some more cameras. By the time they finish with it, the American citizens themselves, every city you go to gonna be against you in ICE. By the time the Democrats finish with you gotta be smarter than the fifth grader, man. You gotta stop letting them people out hustle you and out position you and out smart you. Because that's what they doing to you. That's what the Democrats doing to you, man. They out hustling you, they out positioning you, and they out smarting you. Yeah, they are so easily triggered. If y'all had liked the video, subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what time it is, man. We've been streaming for about hour and 52 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate whoever donated. Thank you, y'all. So usually what we do about this time, right about this time, I go for mine. I like to shine, so throw your hands up in the sky. I'ma be on TV, MTV, mommy, I'ma put stuff down. Left. Here come Gomer. There go Gomer Powell. Left. He talking about an old phone. Yeah, this is an old phone, bro. It's so crazy. don't even know where it went. It's the second phone. You watching me on the phone, right? So obviously, you looking at the crack one. It's a reason why you watching me on this phone and not on that phone. Unless you might be rich, you might own 5 phones. You like Gomer Pyle. Some people, they in it for the clout. They in it for people and getting accepted by other people. That's what they in it for. And it can easily be told. You could tell it easily. I got TikTok. I'm a border patrol, leader of the border patrol. You wouldn't even know my name. You couldn't even find me somewhere. I'm in stealth mode. But I'm gonna be on I'm married, got my family. I got a good job, make a lot of money for the government. What I need to be on TikTok for? Like he finna run for office, looking like Gomer Pyle. He talk like a nerd, walk like he don't have the persona to do that anyway. He look like Gomer Pyle. He don't look tough. Ain't nobody gonna see no Greg Bovino coming at you and get scared. Nobody. Especially not no regular American citizen. And they know you border patrol. They scared of LAPD. They scared of California Highway Patrol. They know they gonna lock them up for stuff. They ain't scared of no border patrol. I'm an American citizen. What I'm scared of? Here come Gomer Pyle. There go Gomer. Gomer Pyle wanna be on TikTok. Goofy. Almost said something. You a goofy, boy. You're a whole goofy. Maybe so, but that ain't the people ain't seeing that. Ain't none of Waltz, ain't nobody who employed for Tim Waltz or the state of Minnesota killed nobody. That's how what you saying, Ball Street, is right, but that's how y'all walk into that trap every time. Ain't nobody who employed for the state of Minnesota or Governor Waltz killed one person. They all said ICE or Border Patrol. So guess who the people holding that against? Not Tim Walz. What you saying might be true. That's what I said the other week. What Secretary Noem on the surface, what they saying might be true. But I'm telling you, that's how it's going to happen. And every time. So now you got Tom Homan in there. And Tom Homan probably going to end up working with Minnesota and stuff. So, you know, the next city, they going to tell you they don't want Greg Bovino and they don't want Kristi Noem. So basically, President Trump going to end up having the Democrats going to have him removed. Because all you need to do is got the governor, after he lets you stay there for about a month and things don't go right, all he got to do is call President Trump. Now he in the position to negotiate. Because if he got Minnesota out there helping, what Governor Walz said, Gomer Pyle, he got to go. On the spot, Gomer Pyle, you out of there. On the spot. Gone. Ain't changing nothing. We still rocking. We still rolling. Wait, VP here said, where my baby at? You feel me? We still rocking. We still rolling. Gomer just gone. That simple. You out of there, Gomer. It's politics. That's why I told you, Kristi, the same thing gonna happen to you. It's politics. They gonna foo-foo and they gonna shoo-shoo you. And President Trump, he's still going to be in office. And whenever that Democrat call, what he's saying to President Trump going to sound so good that he going to shoo-shoo you and he going to foo-foo you. That's what he going to do. He ain't got no choice. Because President Trump felt like he is obligated to get those criminals up out of there. And so the Democrats doing the dance that they doing, that's strategic. But President Trump, in the end, he gonna stick with the goal, and the goal is to remove them criminals from them cities. That's the goal. So Tim Walz called, he said, yeah, we could help you. We could do A, B, C, D, and E, but Gomer Pyle and Kristi Noem can't have no parts in A, B, C, D, or E. President Trump said, bet then. Gomer, guess what? We'll see you later, Gomer. Gomer, we'll see. And then on top of that, here's the biggest thing. Well, y'all giving President Trump a lot of credit. He might deserve some, but the court is allowing Minnesota to investigate. The court told they told the feds don't get rid of none of that evidence now. So this time Minnesota gonna investigate with the feds. So really that whole game is in Minnesota hand. Because if Minnesota found anything improper with the feds, I'm telling you what that court finna do to that agency. You don't got to worry about Congress. I'm going to tell you what the court finna do to them. Because the court got all the power. Any kind of word police, they fall under the court's purview. So this is what the court finna do with them. Remember that Smash? Yeah, when I see you. Yeah, that's what the court finna do with ICE. They finna make me full of, okay. Yeah, see, it looked too funny. It looked too suspicious. So the court might just tell Minnesota, yeah, y'all get up in there and y'all investigate real quick. Let me see what y'all come up with. Let's see if y'all could come up with something improper. It's a reason President Trump stepped back from and that's what's gonna happen to you. He gonna step back and leave you standing there. Because President Trump gonna stand with the people in the end. I'm trying to tell you how this go. This is politics, boy. You ain't gotta listen to me. Go out there and be stupid. They'll be firing you. They'll be fine. I'm telling you what I know. 2 hours, y'all. We've been streaming. I appreciate y'all. What you talking about? The Border Patrol agents? I think I seen like entry level they make about 50,000. Somebody said FBI in the woods. I don't care. What they in the woods for? What are you in the woods for? Ain't nobody care. He ain't out there in them woods. If he in them, I want to see you out there in them woods. That's the thing about here, it being cold like that, you got to come pay a price if you want to come out. Because I'm saying you going to need some snow boots for number one. Because you walking in a foot of snow. That's number one. People waiting for the snow to melt. I don't know how it's going to take the whole week or so for it to melt, I guess, and then it's going to snow again on Saturday. Ain't no FBI in them woods. You're going to need some soldiers out there, boy. You need some Arctic soldiers. You're going to need them snow soldiers out there, boy. Somebody said, Taco, FBI in the woods. I don't have to go to no woods. So you crazy, bro. I don't know what's wrong with you. You said I have too much information. You ain't heard half of it yet. You ain't heard a half of what I got or what I know. This is what I say publicly. I'd probably know more than you know. And you work for them. Them people who know everything that was going to happen within that first 12 months when I was in Illinois. They told me about stuff that was going to happen in America that hadn't happened yet. He told me about 10 things was going to happen. I done seen 5 of them happen. So what 5 out of 6? So the last 4 things, I would imagine at least 3 out of 4 of them is still left to happen. I know stuff that's going to happen that some of y'all probably don't even know yet. Walsh, Fry, and Ellison are not getting prosecuted, Ball Street. That's wishful thinking. It's not going to happen. Just like you was going to prosecute Comey and Letitia James, and who else was going to prosecute? Adam, what's that senator from California that he don't like? Adam what's his name? Just like you gonna prosecute all them Democrats, you ain't finna prosecute nobody, Ball Street. That's just not gonna happen. You can't prosecute somebody. The court ain't gonna let you. The court ain't gonna throw the lawsuit out. As soon as you try to file it, the court don't want to hear that. Ain't nobody getting prosecuted for nothing besides somebody in the Trump administration. I could promise you that. That's how that's gonna go. When I see you, blood. He said at balls. He said those two have been more felonies than those to worry along with Signal Leak. Just wait. Who got more felonies? Oh, he might. But I'm saying if they got felonies, why are you coming at them talking about what that look what they did with whatever they did to in that situation with what I'm trying to say, whatever they did in that situation that has something to do with the fraud, if you could come up with them having something to do with the fraud, with fraud. But I'm saying if they had evidence on Governor Walz or Mayor Fraud having something to do with that fraud, why haven't we seen it yet? That would explain and give President Trump a lot of, you know what I'm saying? A lot of ground, you know what I'm saying, if it got something to do with the fraud. Oh, I'm not about to taco. He said the FBI in the woods. Hey, it's a bunch of bathrooms around here, bro. Ain't nobody going in them woods right now, I promise you. You got to be real bold to go out there, boy. That's every bit of 12 degrees. You see how that snow and that ice is staying froze on the ground? That's every bit of 12 degrees, boy. I don't know what you talking about, soul searching. Yeah, I don't care nothing about no FBI or ICE. God out there, soul searching. That's what I'm talking about. God is out there. So who is the FBI or ICE? I'm talking about God. Tell me about God or the holy angels. You talking about the FBI or ICE. Some ordinary dudes that you could pimp slap. You know how many ICE agents and FBI agents have been killed before? They just regular humans. You know, anybody could be bold and bad like that in groups. You got 8 people with you. Anybody Superman with 7 people, 8 people with you. Anybody could be Superman. Do that by yourself. What you think that ICE agent would have did if he stayed by himself with them 2 females and with Alex? I think them 2 females, they would have took an advantage because he had to pull his gun. Bro, that boy had a whole can of spray. And Alex still was on his head. He pushed the woman as hard as he can. I'm saying, bro, that boy needed some help. He needed all them agents to come help him. You said no due process. Be careful. If you want, bro, I am not scared of nobody. You could say, ain't nobody care nothing about none of that soul searching. Ain't nobody care about no due process. Ain't nobody care. You trying to get somebody scared of you and it's backfiring. Ain't nobody scared of nothing you got going on. Soul searching, I'll slap the taste buds out of every last one of y'all. Take that badge off. And come knuckle up. Let's get in a death match with me by yourself. I'll kill any one of y'all. Well, like it was eating a piece of bubble gum. You soft. Every last one of them soft. You can't, look, them white people not scared of you. How I'm gonna be scared of you? No due process, I'll slap the, bro, you lucky if one of them don't die. You talking about me dying, one of y'all could die easily. Easily die. Easily. Catch you off duty in that gas station at 4 a.m. and walk up behind you, lights out, boy, from ear to ear, decapitate them easily. You don't know who you dealing with. I'm crazier than you, way crazier than you, clinically. Way crazier than you. I'm not scared of not one of y'all soft boy. You talking about due process? Boy, we ain't never had no due process in the streets, boy. 7-4, boy. Them gangsters, they never get no due process. Them vice lords don't never get nobody no due process. What you talking about due process? Little soft crack. Ooh, you finna make me say something. You're soft. You soft as a boy. You better get your little soft. You said you have a right, bro. Don't come in here like, nah, you my friend. You my friend now. Oh, you have a right. Boy, shut up. That's what I'm going to tell you. Shut up. It's people like you is the problem. Shut up. Gomer Powers, shut up. And get out of Minneapolis, Gomer Powers. Shut up and get out of Minneapolis with no due processes. We friends. We not friends, bro. You getting on here talking stupid like that, like somebody scared the FBI in the woods. You need to lay off that crack. Y'all smoke too much crack. That's what's wrong with y'all MAGA people. You a crack smoker. You a crack smoker. Talking about the FBI in the woods. See out there in the woods in the snow. The FBI. Boy, get your man. You goofy. You the super goofy. You the definition of goofy. No due process. Bro, some of us pray for the day we catch one of y'all in a compromising situation because you know what time it is. You feel that? You know what time it is. Walking Dead, man. Man, look, I'm finna get you out of my stream, bro. You talking crazy, bro. He got me up in here triggered. Get that idiot out of my stream. No, I don't want no others wrong. If that's the case, I'd be just like them. That's what they doing. They feel like they wrong, so they want others wrong. What others do I want wrong? I'm speaking up for American citizens who getting shot in the face and getting murdered with innocent blood. He talking about no due process. Ain't nobody scared of nobody in your administration. I promise you, they all soft. All of them soft. I think all of y'all soft. Real talk. If you throwing rocks high in your hands, you super soft. You vanilla ice cream soft. You big bad FBI, tell an FBI agent to come pull me over. Why you hiding behind the city and the state? If you big and bad, come pull me over. Come make contact with me and let me know you in the FBI. Just one time. Make contact with me and show me an FBI badge. Just one time. I'm begging you. You so big and bad. The state troopers they not scared of me. They pull me over all the time. This city I'm in, they pull me over all the time. They not scared of me. So the FBI, they so big and bad. I ain't never one time seen now. And I know they done investigated me multiple times. I ain't never seen one of them come up to me with a badge. That's how you get respect. We don't throw rocks and hide our hand. Let me take one of y'all white boys to the hood. Take one of y'all white boys, take that uniform off and take a ride to Bushwick Projects. Now, I ain't going to tell you the neighborhood I'm taking. Just one of y'all white boys who in the FBI, keep that FBI flap jacket off and take everything else off that and get in the car and ride with me. I'll do it with you. Whatever neighborhood you going to in America, I'll ride to it. Whatever, because I know ain't none of y'all going to no dangerous places I'm going unless you got 1,000 of y'all with y'all. Take 10 of y'all to shoot an unarmed man 10 times. No due process. Well, hey, you got to pay a cost for it. That's all I know. You got to pay a cost. You're going to get yours in the end, though. That's what you always got to realize. You're going to get it in the end. Everything that you deserve, you're going to get in the end. Everything God owe you, he going to give you in the end. Guaranteed. He said saltine crackers. Vanilla ice cream. See, that's my boy right there, though. Ball Street, that's my dude right there, though. He know I ain't no racist. You know what I'm saying? At all. I'm just saying, why would you come on a live stream saying some stupid stuff like somebody's scared of you? Ain't nobody scared of nothing. Nobody. You all slap the taste. But tell an FBI agent to pull up right next to me and identify himself as an FBI agent. Let me know you really won, and then take that belt off. You could get, bro. You know the FBI. They got them super cops, them super gang cops. And then take that belt off and put that belt down on the seat and then come over here and sit by me and then come talk to me. I ain't never, not one time. He gonna hide behind the state troopers, watch. He gonna hide behind city cops. He's not that tough. Let an ICE agent come say it to me. Let an ICE agent pull me over. They everywhere. I'm in New York. They know where I'm at. Come pull me over with no due process. I'm not scared of you at all, boy. At all. You a coward. I'll never be scared of a coward. So if a pack of homosexuals, if you got 12 homosexuals, 12 homosexual men, I don't care how big you are, 12 homosexual men could beat you. Tell 12 homosexual men could beat you, man. Real talk. They could. But I'm saying, even though 12 homosexual men could beat you, if you had 12 homosexual men coming towards you, are you going to be scared of them? Because they could win. I could never be scared of a homosexual. I don't care if he got 15 boys with him or girls, whatever they, and they could whoop me. Yeah! You feel me? I don't care if you had 30 of them with me and they could whoop me. I'd never be scared of you. Bro, Cash Patel, I'm not hating on you, bro. You cannot beat me. Bro, I will challenge Cash Patel to a fist fight 12 days out of 12. I couldn't be. Cash Patel, ain't nobody in America, ain't one white boy in America scared of you. Not one white boy. How I'm going to be scared of you? Who's scared? I ain't no, you gotta, bro, okay, King Von. I wouldn't be scared of King Von. He got to catch you in the right situation to win. And God control them situations. Y'all just don't understand that. But I'm saying, I'm not scared of King Von, somebody who really bout it. So I'm saying, I'm looking at this dude, boy, you played Grand Theft Auto when you was a kid. You a little nerd, bro. You a kind of dude in high school. We took your lunch money. How I'm scared of you? Because you got a badge and a gun. I'm not scared of you. You just gonna have to kill me. I'm not gonna be scared of you, though, while you doing it. I'm not gonna be scared while you doing it. You saw, I can't be scared of a nerd. 90% of them dudes in the CIA and stuff, they straight dorks, they nerds. I'm not scared of no nerd, no dork, no. You take that gun off and that badge off, we gonna see what you really about. Do it by yourself. He need a group of them. He need a group of them, bro. He's soft as a vanilla ice cream cone. Soft as a icy white honey bun. Boss just said Don Lemon ain't that tough. Hey, he tough enough to go there and get some video footage, and y'all had to let him loose. Hey, he tough enough to where the DOJ wanted to prosecute him and they didn't get to prosecute him, so he tough enough. He said, hey, he trying to hate on Don Lemon. Don't hate on Don Lemon, bro. Ain't nobody talking about no Don Lemon. He gonna bring Don Lemon. Bring up one of them gay MAGA people. You know MAGA got gay people. Y'all trying to act like ain't no gay people in MAGA now. Don't even do it. I don't want to call their names. Y'all know y'all got a bunch of gay people support MAGA. Hey, so look. So if you have 15 gay MAGA dudes, let me say it like that, he trying to put Don Lemon in this. Don ain't got nothing to do with this. If you have 15 gay MAGA dudes, you feel what I'm saying? And the 15 gay MAGA dudes, you know what I'm saying, they wanted to jump me, I'd never be scared of him. He might beat me. He might beat me. I don't know. In my mind, 15 gay dudes can't whoop me. You just gotta understand. I'm talking about, boy, I'll turn into something on one of them movies. I have two swords, bro. I swear, bro. I'll be cause in my mind, I'm just even they probably gonna beat me, they probably gonna kill me. But in my mind, I'm just thinking I'm gonna get the ups on the gay dude. I don't care if it was 15 of them. Don't you think that? So when we look at the FBI, that's what you look like to me. You look Cash Patel, like I ain't trying to hate on nobody, but you can't come in there trying to scare me. Cash Patel, you look like a gay dude to me. And you think you hard. Cash Patel, listen, I'll come to any place where you can have a million FBI and I'll come. The white boys ain't scared of y'all. They showing you that right now. You take your uniform, just keep a sticker that say FBI on your shirt. One that you can't just buy out the store. They know you in the FBI off that sticker. And come get in this BMW and come ride with me. And let's see how scared somebody is or not is. Because it ain't no neighborhood you could take me to a white supremacist neighborhood. I just don't feel like I'm going to be scared of them. That's the difference. Y'all come to our neighborhoods, y'all petrified. You won't even come. You don't have a neighborhood I won't go to. Any neighborhood I would be scared to go to is one of our neighborhoods. It ain't none of y'all's. You ain't got nothing I'm scared of. Nothing. Nothing. That's just facts. Why I'm be scared of something that I could be? Dorks and nerds. They full of dorks. That's all they are. Dorks and nerds. 90% of them. Bro, they got gang. They got some hard dudes in the FBI. But they don't act like that, Boss Street. Ain't no hard dudes act like that. They got some real hard dudes in the FBI. Cash Patel, not one of them. The hard dudes ain't wearing girls' jackets. And they don't act like that. That's just facts. It's the leadership that's the problem. It's not the FBI agents. It's not the Border Patrol agents. It's Gomer Pyle. Gomer Pyle is the problem. I didn't say nothing about the FBI. I didn't bring the FBI. Y'all brought the FBI up into this. Somebody who I just put out the stream said they hiding in the woods, so I'm just letting you know. People ain't going to be scared of your organization if they think you soft and you weak. I'm just being real. You can hide in the woods all you want to. You step out them woods, though, you better step out banging. Because if you not, I promise you, we going to see what you about. And I catch you in the right situation, I'm going to call the state troopers. They going to scrape you up out that ground. I put that on the blood of Jesus. I'm not playing with you. You can laugh. Yeah, I'll laugh with you. I'll laugh with you. That's not going to stop what I'm going to do to you, though. It's not going to stop. It's because if somebody laughing, it ain't going to stop because I'm telling you, I'm going to predator mode. You're going to kill me like King Von. I'm going to be in predator mode. And the ones who look, they looking to get me in predator mode so they can have an excuse because they know that's when I'm running high. Where I'm running and hiding at. You in the woods, boy. You better hope I don't see you. You better hope I don't look in them woods and see you. Because if I do, you're going to be acting like you just a normal citizen. Let me see you in the woods and flash that FBI badge real quick. And let's see what you about. Because I want to see it. Because I know what I'm going to do to you. Don't get fired, boy. Don't be like Gomer Pyle. Don't be the next Gomer Pyle. That's all I'm going to tell anybody in President Trump's cabinet. Please let Gomer Pyle be your example if you come messing with ghosts. Let Gomer be your example. I get on your head, boy. I promise you I'll get on your head tie. Y'all ain't seen me get on nobody's head tie. I'm just trying to do the news. They just taking it personal. I get on your head, boy. I come talk about you every day till President Trump fire you. Every single day. I come on this live stream and talk about you every day till President Trump fire you. Don't make me get on your head, boy. Those soft dudes. Hey, Donnie, ain't nothing wrong with that, Donnie. But Donnie, you the one with the sense. I want, Donnie, I wasn't talking to you because I know you got sense. I wouldn't talk to you like that. I was talking to the little dummy that we kicked out of here without no sense. The bot with no sense. Donnie, you got sense. I wouldn't talk to people with sense like that. You know what I'm saying? I know that's what I'm saying, but Ball Street, we all know that. The FBI know that. They don't even want to do that, but that's what I'm saying. Dude out here, like you speaking for him, you're not speaking for no FBI agents. You're not speaking for no police. Ain't nobody care about no due process or your little weak. Whatever you got going on, no one cares about it. Obviously, I never, bro, whenever you get out, if you strong enough, if you got enough authority to get off what you going to get off without the courts mammy slapping you, if you could get that off without the courts mammy slapping you, because the court's the one with the power, you're going to find that out in the end. If you could get that off without the courts mammy slapping you, as soon as I get back to this phone, I'm going to get on your head even harder. And when you get your little temper tantrum off, make you think you got some power, within a week, when I get back to this phone, I'm going to go off at you even harder than I was before. That's what I've been doing the whole time. I done got arrested a couple of times. I don't think Don Lemon got arrested yet. Ain't nothing wrong with Don. I done got arrested a couple of times. I come back harder. Gomer Powell, that's not going. I done got arrested twice and Gomer Powell got fired. Arrest me 2 more times, another one of y'all gonna get fired. That's not gonna save you. You still gonna get fired, boy. You still getting kicked to the trash can because you garbage. You garbage. You mad at me because you garbage. You mad at me because you don't know what you doing. Don't hire no dude who ain't never been a police officer to run an organization of police. That's the craziest thing I heard in my life. You doing it to your own self, being stupid. Nobody care nothing about Cash. Tell Cash, but bro, take that. Come on. Ain't nobody name me a white dude. You think Joe Rogan scared of Cash Patel? Joe Rogan to grab Cash Patel by his neck and throw him to New Jersey. Hey, Elon called Joe Rogan up here to New York. And he came up here to New York, like telling him to meet me in Yonkers. Joe Rogan, meet me in Yonkers. And if Cash Patel ran into us in Yonkers, bro, I'm talking about before he'll grab that boy by it and lift him off. He gets toes trying to touch the ground, and he'll throw that boy across the river to New Jersey. Bro, you talk, we don't give, none of us, ain't nobody I know that way. Ain't nobody I know where we from scared of you at all. Tell Cash Patel to come, put that FBI jacket on by itself. Let him have a weapon and drop him off in the middle of a neighborhood in Dallas. I'll go to any hood you want me to. I know you ain't gonna invite me to y'all neighborhoods because I go take over your neighborhood. I come to your neighborhood and take it over. I'm talking about coming to one of our neighborhoods with your bad self. Let's see how bad you really are without your gang. Because I'm riding around by myself. I ain't got nobody with me. I got God with me. I'm riding around by myself. No gang. I ain't throwing no rocks. I'm putting your name on that paper. If I see FBI on anything to do with me, I'm a shoot a snot. You think they got absolute immunity? I'll show you an absolute immunity. Some of y'all can't even spell absolute immunity. You think the United States get paperwork all the time? Yeah, I need a $50,000 claim. Let one person who I know is an officer of the United States put a light on. That's the only reason why I hadn't got. Because look, I done sued city after city after city. I don't believe they calling Mississippi, calling Connecticut, calling New York. I think that's a federal thing going on. I can't prove it. Give me a reason. And we gonna see. I got more lawsuits. Them lawsuits ain't finished. You think they finished? You don't know this game. Ain't nothing finished, boy. You get 10 of them by the end of this month coming up. 10 of them. I'm saying I already got five on the books. Really, I got 2 really that they going to get finished. Like, as soon as I get back on the computer, we ready to ship, ready to send. All I need is some flash drives. That's 2 lawsuits. So you going to snatch me, no due process. Oh, I'm scared. It's like, bro, I go kill somebody. Imagine me killing somebody and they not scared of me. And me killing someone else and they still not scared of me. But I'm still trying to pull a card where someone's scared of me and it's not working. But I'm still trying to pull that same card and it's not working. You know what you like? You like the dude that's buying the girl flowers and she over there, she sleeping, she over here with me. It's my girlfriend. And you keep trying to buy her flowers and she done told you 1,000 times that she don't like you like that and she don't want the flowers. But you still trying to buy her because maybe she give you a certain look whenever she get the flowers. Well, that look gonna stop eventually. If she telling you she don't want the flowers, what I'm telling you is them wolf tickets you selling ain't nobody buying. You can't get the white boys to buy them wolf tickets. How you gonna get us? Don't come messing with us. Not full-throated. Don't come messing with the black people now. You gonna start something you don't want to start. Real talk. You can't get the white boys to get scared of you. You can't get the white girls to be scared of you. Y'all kill one of them. That's how you get all the people out there. When you kill one of them, you going to get 1,000 of them out there on you. As soon as you shoot one, watch, by this weekend, they going to have raids all over the world, all over America. They going to have riots all over America. You shoot one of them. That's when they come out. They're not scared of you. You can't get them to get scared of you. How you gonna get me to be scared of you when I slap the... You already know what I do to one of y'all. You done seen it. In a heartbeat, I'll rock one of y'all. In a heartbeat, boy, I ain't scared of none of y'all. Bro, you gotta think about me, bro. Like, it's 12 degrees outside. Boy, I sleep in my car. Appreciate the donation, baby. 12 degrees in my car. Which one of y'all finna do that? Wait, Cash Patel, where you slept at last night, my boy? You gonna come sleep in your car in 12 degrees? You gotta think of them and what you dealing with. You gotta think about what you dealing with, bruh. You ain't on this level. They're not on this level. Boy, you gonna get ate like a piece of, like a icy white honey bun. I'ma eat that boy. That's what we do to y'all, boy. We eat y'all. That's the word I'm going to use. I'm going to use the word eat. You going to get ate like an icy white. It's a blizzard outside. Where you at in the blizzard? That boy up in where his blankets at? He up there. He up there on his mom. He laying on his mama. Cash Patel. He done flew back to Vegas. He had his mama house laying on his mama chair. Boy, please. Nah, dog, that ain't me, bro. You gotta know what you dealing with. You listening to some dude in Mississippi tell you about what he think that I am. And that's why you gonna lose your whole head. That's why that 60-year-old dude walked away from me with his face bloody, and he come back sitting in the car with a state trooper. You know how bad it looked for a grown man. He's sitting in the car. He done went and tattletaled on me. Now he's sitting in the car with a state trooper, and his face got blood all the way running down. And he was just like the dude I just blocked in the stream. He was just like him a second ago. That's what they want me to do. They want me to punch you in your throat. Because they already know what time it is. They need some due process. He's saying no due process, but he won't due process. Boy, come snatch me. You might get decapitated while you trying. I might decapitate you. You might. You might lose half of your face though. That is a possibility. I just gotta go rumbling a little bit, but I could have you lose half of your face. And the people that know me know that's why they don't want me to have that thing next to me all the time. Because if it was, I got a behavior disorder. That's a chronic disability. Your face would be missing legally with due process. Your face gonna come up missing with due process. Well, I'm gonna give you due process. You the one need to cheat to win. I don't have to cheat to win. I'm gonna beat you either way I go. I already won. I'm going against a bunch of lost devils who's saying that they Christians. You show me a Christian, you show me a Christian, and now any one of y'all show me a Christian. And Cash Patel, show me your Christianity. Pete Hegseth, I'll give you that. I'll give Big Pete that. I'll give Secretary Higgs. Like, he go to church, y'all. Google him. He go to church every single time the church is open that he could go. He at church. That's facts. Pete Hegseth, he living it. I can't say nothing about Vice President Vance either, because Vice President, he done took those steps towards Christianity. But I'm saying, other dudes, man, come on, man, little goofies, bro. Like, I'm sorry I got to bring your name up. You talking about the FBI laying in the woods. That's just somebody, one of them Democrats on here, because they want me to get on you, Cash Patel. I ain't even trying to get on you, though. You ain't looking like Gomer Powell, but hey, if you want to go down that road, that's on you. Ain't nobody tell Gomer Powell to be Gomer Powell. Hey! Ain't nobody tell him to do that. He doing that himself. They probably go tell President Trump that, you know what I'm saying? One of them go tell President Trump that he doing that. Yeah, he need to get fired. He need to get fired. Oh, he don't need to get fired. Hey, I wish I had Susie Wild's phone number. Half of y'all be gone. Because I know she got some sense, and I know they listen to her because they know she got sense. The Democrats respect her. I wish I had her phone number. And I'm telling you, all I need to do is this right here. And then President Trump will be firing half of y'all. Because the stuff I say, the ones who know me, it's going to stick. If I get on your head, my words going to stick on you. They going to carry weight. Because the people who went back, all they got to do is get on TikTok and they'll see, here come Gomer Powell. You mad at me and you on TikTok. And you mad at me talking about no due process because you on TikTok. Yeah. Bro, this boy got on a jacket that they wore in whatchamacallit. What y'all know what I'm talking about? This boy got on one of them jackets that they wore that Adolf Hitler used to wear. He got on the Adolf Hitler jacket. I'm trying to see what happened to my phone. What y'all did? Oh, I tossed it back there, huh? Oh, Greg Bavino. Hey, Greg Bavino, my boy. I'm finna come looking for you, my boy. Where you at, Greg Bavino? Where that Adolf Hitler jacket at, Greg Bavino? Hey, Greg Bavino. Hold on, Greg. Oh, my boy Greg Bavino. Got my cracked cell phone. These people so funny. Greg Bavino. My boy Greg Bavino. Where my boy Greg at? Oh, he told me to calm down, bro. I ain't tweaking. I ain't tweaking or tripping. I'm just chill. I ain't studying nothing nobody talking about, bro, for real. Like, you try to threaten people, that's why you losing. You gotta stop threatening people. People ain't scared of your threats, bro. I'm just being real with you. I'm trying to help you. People ain't scared of your threats. But you can keep threatening people, see where it gets you. See where it gets you in the end. Some of these people, I don't know how they got money. Cause I'm saying, to me, it's like they don't have, it's just like common sense stuff that they missing. I don't think you got to have money to get common sense. You don't have to have common sense to get money though. Cause I'm saying it's just common sense stuff. Walking themselves in circle. Yeah, Greg Bavino, you got to get up out of here. Bye-bye. Whoever else want to go with him could go with him. Just let me know who want to be next. All you got to do is just put your name in the cross, and I'll aim at you next. The only reason why I didn't go hard at Chrissy Nome like that, because I really liked her before this all started. It wasn't nothing personal. Still ain't nothing personal with me. It ain't nothing personal with Greg Bavino. He just looked like a clown. But what I'm saying, it ain't nothing personal. But I'm saying, like, if it, like, hey, yeah, if you wanted to be that, it could be that. We could get on you and highlight you. We could stay on you. It's on you. Ain't nothing I'm doing gonna change. If you don't want to be highlighted, then start policing right and stop being stupid. Stop operating within your ego. How you think a Border Patrol agent on TikTok acting like that, you talking about an ego? You shooting unarmed Americans and you talking about egos. That's the reason why y'all doing it. Y'all ego so big, and so your ego is your problem, is your ego. That's your whole problem. I'm saying, how you gonna shoot an unarmed American and you ain't got an ego problem? More than once or twice or 3 or 4 or 5 times, you keep on doing this, and you ain't got no ego problem. You telling people you gonna snatch them without what other president's administration say you gonna snatch people without due process, excuse me. What other, and nobody say that. So, but you gonna snatch people without due process because you special. Ego. Ain't no other president gonna say that, but y'all say that because you think you special. Oh, this Trump, ego. You, the same stuff you say about somebody, bro, I'm telling you, man, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think that's Democrats down there. They throwing your boy, what's the name to the cross though, because they already know your boy Big Ghost Rider don't care. I ain't scared of nobody. He can't whoop me hand to hand. I promise you he can't. I promise you, boy, you can't. I know white boys that ain't none of them scared of you. Adam Mockler. Hey, Cash Patel, Adam Mockler said he'll box you, boy. Adam Mockler. Real talk. Y'all go ask Adam Mockler. You know Adam Mockler, I think he from Chicago or Illinois. But Cash Patel, I think Nick Fuentes will fight you. Nick Fuentes, he said he'll fight you. Ain't none of that. They not scared of you. How you gonna come mess with some people like you messing with us? Boy, please. Stop that. Stop playing, bro. Stop that. Oh, they do think they above the law. They do. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They think they above the law. That's why. How many times you done been sued so far? How many times you done been sued so far? How many times y'all done got sued? You above the law. I don't care. You think whatever you want to think. I believe in a real God. A real God. And he's stronger than anybody, any one of y'all know. And y'all little whatever y'all got going on. Donnie, what you say? I'm saying, what about Obama, though? I don't understand what y'all saying about Obama. What Obama ain't do no stuff like this that I was aware of. You know, but I'm not blaming President Trump. Like I said, President Trump halfway might not know what's going on, but when he found out, he got rid of old Gomer Powell. Gomer Powell mad though. He probably man, I know when I go to California, I'm probably gonna get pulled over by Border Patrol 18 times. Oh, Gomer Powell, he gonna be mad at me. Gomer Powell, I'm gonna come holler at you when I get to California. Gomer Powell, blah. See you later, Gomer. We'll see you on the flip side, man. You know, when I see you, Donnie said, Ghost, he mentioned JD getting a VP with a short amount of time in Congress. Yeah, that's true, but I mean, oh yeah, that's what he said about I think well, yeah, I'm trying to say, because I was trying to say it depends on who win the nomination. Real talk for the Democrats. For the Republicans, you kind of like, y'all really think that somebody gonna beat JD? I don't know. It's possible. Anything is possible, but I say JD got the inside straight to be the next you know what I'm saying? He just got a certain kind of love from certain different people who in that Trump orbit, who kingmakers. Oh, hold on. Okay, so somebody say send Donald to Putin. I don't know if Donald Trump's scared of Putin, man. But if you want to send Donald to Putin, what Putin gonna do with President Trump? No, we need to go snatch Vladimir. President Trump, he almost snatched Vladimir. Nah, let me stop. Let me stop. That's what we need to be talking about, snatching Vladimir. We gonna snatch you, Vladimir. That's too funny. Let's see. Somebody says, am I innovative black? I don't know. You gotta ask yourself that. How many lawyers do you know, number one, that won in the US Court of Appeals? It's common. It's more common than you might think. Not for just any lawyer, though. I'm not even a lawyer. How many lawyers you know, this is where we're going to get into it, that filed lawsuits in 9 different states? 9. How many lawyers do you know that sued 3 different cities and 3 different... We ain't talking about no Benjamin Crump now. We're not talking about Johnny Cochran. We're talking about a paralegal, but I'm comparing myself with lawyers. Sued 3 different cities in 3 different states. So am I innovative? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know no white boys doing that who ain't got no law license. I know a bunch of them who got law license who do stuff like that, but the ones with no law license, I don't know none of them who ever did nothing like that. You tell me. Somebody said the one true Jesus. Yeah, it's only one. It's only one Christ. That's it. Only one. Oh, he said Eric Trump. Man, you know I be forgetting Eric names sometimes. I know Don and I know Barron, but he said Eric. I be forgetting Eric name. Yeah, Eric, Don, and Barron. I think they like JD a lot though. Now I was thinking Don Jr. run for president, you know what I'm saying? But I think they like JD a lot. Real talk. A whole lot. They like JD. President Trump, he ain't gonna commit, but he like JD. You know, Elon and them, the money like JD. The organization, the super PACs, they like JD. I'm saying he been in there 2 years. I hadn't seen the people who came in there liking and supporting him. I ain't seen none of them so far. I ain't seen none of them turn on him. So if you guys have not liked the channel, I ask that y'all like the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been streaming for a little baby minute here, y'all. I appreciate you guys with y'all's y'all showing love with the gifts today, this morning. Titan Brew. Is this Namashist and NTZ Claw? Thank y'all for the love and support. Of course, of course, of course. So, guys, if that's it, y'all, we're going to wrap it up. You know, tomorrow, Wednesday, I say we're not going to go live Wednesday, but we sure need to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. We might just go live on Thursday. You know, I might just give it a President Trump and them a break, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the donation. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know, I might just give President Trump and them a break because, you know, he said that they was gonna go after the illegal aliens, or you know, and they were gonna, you know, get rid of Gomer Powell and, you know, bring in Tom Homan, and it seemed like things might be cooling down a little bit in Minneapolis. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. But if it is, though, y'all, Ford, I appreciate that, baby. But if it is, though, y'all, and it's cooling down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I say that, you know, we got to give President Trump and them a chance. That's what I say. We got to give them a chance. He said, tweaking. Unk ain't tweaking, bro. Hey, Unk ain't tweaking. My boy said, he said Rambo was, my boy said Rambo was homeless. He said Rambo was homeless. What? Man, I was checking to see y'all donations had showed up. I see y'all do them gifts a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? I had seen somebody donating earlier, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, man. Real talk. That boy funny as I know. Y'all look. Hold on a second. I want to show y'all something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'll be out here chilling, bro. And cars like that, bro, they'll pull up all the time. So, like, dude got a Connecticut tag or whatever, bro. Like, you see him sitting there in the car staring at me. He'll just sit there, bro. I'm telling you, I got so many videos of people that'll do that all the time. Dude just come pull up and he'll just sit there. They looking for me to look at him, respond, or say something or whatever. He'll just drive off. I ain't doing nothing, just sitting there. Just come look at me. Like, that's too funny. That's too funny. Y'all look, that look like our time though, man. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all want to talk about something else, bro. It's so freezing out there, boy. Yeah, man. I just want to say though that, like, you know, we wanted to talk about what happened and everything like that with that ICE agent and everything, but I really did want to say, like, real legit talk. Like, I think it's a great chance, a really good chance that Congress is, that the Democrats are about to close the government over ICE. If the Republicans keep that ICE bill in the funding, if they keep that money that they're supposed to give to ICE, if they keep that in the funding, the Democrats are about to close the government over ICE 10,000%. On Friday, this Friday. So we about to have another government shutdown again. So guys, that look like that's it. That's about our time, man. Look, I appreciate all you guys showing up, bro. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all showing up, like y'all participating. You know what I'm saying? The ones who donated, man. I seen my boy, it looked like he had donated, man, and it looked like he had did it a few times. Who is that? Is that she Maya? Yeah, I had seen a few of y'all had donated, man, and I appreciate y'all donating, y'all showing that love and everything like that, man. Look, I'll say this, man, like every single day, you see what I'm saying, bro? It was beyond cold. I'm talking about it was beyond freezing. Look, my homeboy, bro, he riding out. I told y'all. I mean, he just sat back there. I don't know what he was doing or whatever. Like, they just pull up and they just pee me out real quick and he'll ride out. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's somebody in the Connecticut. They so stupid. They so stupid. It's like they be giving themselves away too. I promise y'all, I've had so many situations with harassment and it's somebody in Connecticut tag. I guess he feel like, you know, since we in New York, look, I was in Connecticut and I was having these problems and it was somebody from New York. So I guess they feel like if it's somebody from New York and they messing with me, like, you know, I don't know what something wrong with them. Hey, but look, that's just a distraction. All of that's a distraction. Somebody come in here talking about the FBI sitting in the woods. All of this stuff, just different distractions, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need to stay focused in. We need to stay zoomed in on what really matters. You know what I'm saying? And what really matters is Jesus, bro. People need to get saved. That's the bottom line, point blank, period. I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. I believe people, that's the most important problem with people. They have not accepted Christ as their savior. And they really do need to accept Jesus, man. That's point blank, period. Man, I see my boy King Fire, man. He done made a comment already on the post, man, on the video, man. You know what I'm saying? You saying, how am I calling it murder? I never said it was a murder, but it do look like murder. It's a killing. I said, killed 2 unarmed Americans. I think that was my official statement. That they killed 2 unarmed Americans. They killed 2 Americans. What you need to do is you need to go to BBC or one of those international channels and go watch one of their networks and their channels and see what they're saying about it. Bruh, we always talk about Jesus. And people always attack other people. What that mean? They attack Jesus. You said you got the signal chats. I don't believe that. Let me see. Email them to me. Hold on. No, you don't. You ain't got no signal chats. Email them to me. Email them to me. Hold on. You got the signal chats? Email them to me then. Hold on. Email them to me. Well, I'm saying, well, you got to release that. You got to release that information. I'm sure it might, if that's true, it'll come out eventually. But I'm saying if they organizing and whatever doing that, you still don't shoot nobody in the head. That's what you don't realize. You act like you don't expect people, these politicians and your opponents to be corrupt. You should expect your opponents to be corrupt. Am I right or wrong? You don't expect your opponents to be corrupt. You should expect your opponents to be corrupt, is what I'm saying. So if you expect them to be corrupt, I'm saying, how is this supposed to be any more surprising than anything else that you shouldn't be surprised by it? No, I'm not saying that you made it up. I just asked you, I just said to email it to me. That's why I don't want to see it. If you didn't seen it, why I wouldn't want to see it before I come on here and start talking about it? That's what I'm saying. If you've seen it already, I want to see it too before I start. That's why I'm saying email it to me so I can see it. I'm not saying you made it up or it's not true. I'm just saying email it to me. You said it's all been released. I'm not saying it hasn't. I'm just saying the American people, they don't care that much about that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The American people, they don't care that much about that. I lived this before. I lived a life where I was being harassed and irritated. They gonna care about your response to harassment and irritation more than they will the irritation and response. So I'm saying you just can't let people motivate you or push you over the edge. That's all I'm saying. Guys, that's my time, man. I love every last one of y'all, man. Christ is king, man. I believe Jesus came to this earth, man. I believe he suffered. I believe he bled. And I believe he died on the cross for our sins. I believe his blood that he shed on the cross is the payment for our sin. I believe all you have to do is pray. You ask God to forgive you of your sins. You tell him you're sorry for the sins that you committed. You got to be truly sorry, man. You know what I'm saying? You let the Lord know that you're sorry for the sins that you committed. You ask him to forgive you of your sins. You let him know that you accepted his blood as payment of your sins. The blood that Jesus shed on the cross, it washes away the sins. It washes away your sins. Jesus died for your sins. He took your place. If it wasn't Jesus dying, you would have to die. I would have to die. We all would have to die and pay for our own sins. But Jesus died on the cross for our sins so we don't have to pay. He gave us a way to go free. So because of that, man, Jesus Christ is king, bro. I asked Jesus to save my soul from hell. I repented for my sins that I committed against him. I let him know that I believe in his death, burial, and resurrection as payment of my sins. And I asked him to save my soul from hell, and I've been saved ever since. It's just that easy, man. You know what I'm saying? I wake up every single day that I get up, bro. I say, this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I'm not a legalist. Listen, to all the legalist Christians, I just want to ask y'all a question. Y'all walking around labeling stuff that's not even sin as a sin. So my question is to you is this. I'm saying whenever you get in a situation where you sin every day, because you do sin, right? The Bible says if a man say he is without sin, he is a liar. You can't sin because of the blood of Christ, but I mean in the literal sense as a man, we do something wrong every single day of our life. I don't care who you are. So all the legalists who walk around thinking that you don't never do nothing wrong and you going around searching for some wrong in someone else, just be aware of that. I don't know how, I always wonder how the legalist Christians do that, because they know they wrong and they sin too, or they can't see they wrong or they sins. They only can see yours. I don't know what's going on with people. But bro, all I do is just tell people about Jesus, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get no money off of telling you about Jesus. I'm not profiting off of telling you about Jesus at nothing at all. You see what I'm saying? Just telling you that Jesus loved you, he suffered for you, he died for you, he's ready to save you and forgive you of your sins. Don't let nobody act like you're not good enough to come to Christ. That's who he came to save, those who were sick, need a physician. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like nobody act like you ain't good enough to get saved. Those are the ones he came to save. Because of this knowledge of the blood that Jesus shed for me, and my sins. I wake up every day. I don't be about what nobody say. Sometimes I do, but I try not to. And I say, this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. That being said, y'all, that's our time. That's a whole 3 hours. I had to make sure I seen it straight. That's 3 hours we've been live streaming, y'all. We want to shout out Gomer Powell, y'all. Love. Love. Hey, y'all shout out Gomer Powell and his exit and the Border Patrol's exit from Minneapolis. We gonna keep doing what we gotta do to make our country better. Big President T, we appreciate you. We appreciate that, big homie, just letting us know that you locked in and you listening, man. You know what I'm saying? Guys, if we not live tomorrow, y'all make sure to look for us tomorrow. Y'all Republicans, I'll see y'all in here on Thursday, man. We're going to be talking about President Trump and the creation of the new millionaire. You know, sometimes whenever I come on and I be giving my facts, you know, I be looking at the wrong data, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, people, they be looking for me if I say a wrong number, something wrong. I don't focus on, but I'm always right. I'll tell you a wrong figure. It's 700,000 African Americans who didn't vote in last election in the state of Texas. I'll tell you a wrong number, a wrong figure. I might tell you a wrong number, a wrong figure, but my analysis 9 out of 10 times will be spot on, man. That's what people starting to figure out. It's Big Ghost Rider, boy. Y'all cruising with Big Ghost, man. I'm out, man. Y'all stay warm. If I don't see y'all tomorrow in this live stream at 7 o'clock, I'll see y'all on Thursday morning at 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, man. Y'all shout out Big Gomer Powell, man, as he make his way back to California from Minneapolis. Gomer Powell, I know you can't be that upset about going back home to Cali. Or going back to Cali where you stationed at. I'm saying you get to leave Minneapolis. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to leave this snow and go out to Cali, Big Gomer Powell. Hopefully I'll meet you out there. Hey, Joseph, maybe it is, my boy. Maybe it is, bro. But I'm glad you stopped by anyway. That being said, man, all y'all little crybabies, you know, all the Gomer Powell, his little crybabies in the end, I had to go ahead and put them in timeout, go ahead and get them out the live stream. But y'all, that's my time. Christ alone. That's what somebody said, the chief cornerstone. 10,000%. 20,000%. Man, I love every last one of y'all, even the haters too, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I'll see y'all, man. Cruising with Ghost Rider, man. I'll see y'all on Thursday morning, if not tomorrow morning, man. I'm out, y'all. Peace and love.